We're so fucking back.
Oh, hi Chris, thank you. Thank you for the sub. How are you doing? Man, I hope you're having a fantastic day today. I was not so actually very sure on what to play. I have been hibernating almost now. It's been 2 weeks since I was streaming, so we're hopefully gonna get back into it. Detective, how are you doing? Welcome. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. Oops, let's see, I'm trying to remember how to start everything. Eating dinner right now? Oh, nice. Hi, Lorenzo. How are you doing? I hope you have a fantastic day as well. So, sorry, I have not prepared anything for today. Milaika, how are you? Hi. Man, so many people. Bad, honestly. Failed my subjects just because my teacher refused to tell me where the fuck my classes were. Oh my god, that sounds horrible. How about you? Sorry, let me see if I can fix this. I'm good, or ish good. I've just recovered from being sick. So first I had 1 week when I had to work overtime a lot, and then like right after that week, I got sick for a week. So yesterday I was back at work, but I was super tired when I got home from work. Today, I'm feeling kind of like, not 100% still, but I'm better. Now I just have an annoying cough that won't go away. But otherwise, I'm pretty fine. I think my voice is not, maybe it's the same. It's maybe a little different, I don't know. But man, we're back. I probably won't make a very long stream today because I'm still quite tired. But you know what? I saw some really cool news today. Let's see if I can make a tab and show you everyone before we start streaming. Did you see that they have remade direwolves? Let's give me 1 second. Let me put something. So direwolves went extinct. But apparently they have remade direwolves. So these two are direwolf pups that has been taken back to, like, direwolves were extinct 10,000 years ago during the Ice Age. Yeah, they have de-extincted some species. The direwolf is the one they have de-extinct. So this is the pups. I read this today when I was at work. So maybe they're extinct for a reason. That was my first thought. Imagine if we start having wild direwolves. they're big. They weigh like 80 kilos or something. They're like a human-sized dog. And for some reason Elon Musk is on that picture. So that was the first thing that I mean, it's very cool. But it also gives a really strong Jurassic Park vibes. Yes. The only, of course, I guess these dire wolves are gonna be kept in captivity. And I mean, it's really cool if we can bring back extinct creatures. But what if something goes wrong and they get out in nature? I mean, they're playing with pretty big, like, introducing a new predator into a habitat is kind of a big deal. It's interesting for science, but in my opinion, humans shouldn't mess with evolution of the world like that. That's where I am as well. So, but these are the pups at least. And they're growing now. And so they have created dire wolves. There's an entire cinematic universe about why that's a bad idea. Yes. And I mean, if it starts here, what's the next thing? It's gonna be fucking Jurassic Park all over again. Though, imagine if we could breed mammoths. That would be nice. Then we have a shit ton of meat. But yeah. They brought dire wolves back. Apparently I wonder if there's any video of it. Dire wolves brought back. I think seeing here, Back from the Dead. We're just gonna watch some Swedish ads. It's gonna be some Resident Evil type shit. We tested a bunch of stuff and now we've created a new species. Hopefully it won't escape. 2 minutes later it escaped. Yeah. Have you seen Dino Crisis? Did you play? Look at these guys.
A how 10,000 years in the making. Meet Romulus and Remus.
It's Romulus and Remus. They're two dire wolves.
They're far from the house.
I mean, they're super cute, but now they're pups. Anything that is newly born is like super cute.
To de-extinction.
But
the pup pair has been genetically engineered by American company Colossal Biosciences. Their long white hair.
But I mean,
muscular jaws.
When they grow up,
and weight,
they're going to be a pain in the ass. But I heard for some, it's like, it's weird. They have not.
More than 10 to bring long-lost creatures back. Include the Tasmanian.
Man, are they gonna?
Rather hopes to
and
use
they have a clip of Jurassic Park in the video. Oh, that is funny. We're introducing some genes to big elephants or something like that. I know that...
That is a woolly mouse. A new kind of mouse created using gene editing to give it woolly mammoth-like traits. The reason that they're doing this is they want to try to bring back the woolly mammoth. But they're not literally cloning or resurrecting it. Instead, they're trying to edit existing animals' genes to make them look more like a woolly mammoth. Specifically, they plan to do...
Yeah, I heard something with the dire wolves that they have created now. It's actually not like genes from the dire wolves they have like bred with something. It's that they have modified the genes of existing, I think it was not gray wolves, but like a dog or something. So they have modified the genes of this dog, or if it was a wolf, to actually make them into dire wolves. So it's not that they have like taken the ancient DNA from a dire wolf they have found and like managed to make a clone with it. They have just modified like existing animals to look like the old dire wolf. So I'm not sure if it's 100%.
Do this with Asian elephants, their closest living relative. And along the way, they created the woolly mouse by analyzing preserved DNA from woolly mammoths to pinpoint genes that made them suited for colder weather, and then looking for similar genes in mice.
And I mean, I imagine how it will be exploited. I mean, we're already exploiting GMO for food, like the Belgian blue cows. Have you seen those? Belgian blue cows. Like, these have been bred and developed to make meat. And I mean, look at them. We get a shit ton of meat from them. So, I mean, what if we can create even bigger meat bags? They we will, because people will make a profit from it. And when money is involved, like, people will do it. Definitely. If they would use my dog for that, we would have the least scary direwolves ever. He'll get scared by a doorbell. Well, maybe we should use them then. Well, they are doing some Resident Evil shit? What the fuck is that? This is a Belgian Blue. They're like... These are cows bred solely to become meat. And they're growing so big that it's like... It's insane. They're just fucking muscle. Pure muscle. To make a big titty vampire lady, I'm all for it. Why is it muscular? Because it's been lifting, bro. The cow has been lifting. Do you even lift, bro? Okay, that is Photoshop. They're not that big. No, if we can exploit it, we will. It deadlifts 100 and... Yeah, with each leg. Though, I have something even cooler to show you guys. Do you want to see something even cooler? Like, this actually blew my mind today. Do you know a company called Kawasaki? I bet you do. Like, Kawasaki, they make motorcycles that looks like this. Very green. There's a motorcycle called a Ninja. Bikes, right? Yes. But they are going... Like, Kawasaki is a very, very big brand. And look at this. Kawasaki Robot Horse. Kawasaki has developed a horse, a robot horse, that you can ride.
All right, do you guys want to do a little swap?
I mean, yeah,
Wait
I
and see. I think
like a
most of the
one-time
footage is
casual
still
thing
just
with Tyler, or-
CGI.
I was talking about switching
But
up
this
teams.
is Kawasaki. Like, they have announced this
I don't like
prototype.
this game.
Livet med glasögon ska vara bekymmersfritt.
We can lower the
Finns synoptik all
lower the volume for the ads.
Till exempel fria glasbiten när din syn förändras.
They have announced
Dessutom
that they're making
detta
robot
glasögon
horses.
varje år och får 30% på alla glasögon. Välkommen till synoptik.
We have Resident Evil, Jurassic Park, Horizon Zero Dawn in one.
On April the 5th,
Look at this.
2025, Kawasaki Industries introduced Corleo, a
Corleo
groundbreaking
is the name.
hydrogen-powered robot,
And
that
it's
is a
driven
vehicle
with
designed for
hydrogen.
human riders.
It's
This was
hydrogen-powered,
unveiled at the Osaka Kansai
hydrogen-powered
Expo, and this
robot horses.
is absolutely incredible.
And this
If
is,
you
of
wanna
course, a
believe
CGI
that we
video,
are in the
but
future, just take a look at that.
but this is
majestic
their
rig that you
this
guys
is
can see
their
right here. This is
their
the
vision
future that we are currently looking
to
So
create this
this
in
is a, you know, a
in
new
2050.
style of robot that isn't really like
So
the
we're gonna
kind
have
of AI robots
off-road
that I
robot
usually
horses.
feature on this channel, but nonetheless, the
that we can
technology
ride
is
around on.
so
I wanna have one
amazing,
so bad.
perplexing, so incredible.
Look how
that I
happy he is,
decided
just
to
riding up
share
the
this
mountain on
video
his robot
with you all
horse.
today. Now, I do apologize for the quality of footage. It is quite hard to find some really high definition footage of
Yeah,
this
the landing's gonna
incredible,
hurt my
you know,
balls.
robot that is
I
basically
think
designed
you will
for
have an
horse,
advantage if
but
you're
nonetheless,
skilled with
I
horse
do want
riding.
to still show you all the
I think
Leo robot
motorcycle
because it is
skills
truly
will be
incredible
less.
in terms of how
This is the only
much
video that I have of
looks
it.
like an innovative piece
Uh,
of hardware.
But basically, imagine having one of these. If they actually work, if they can walk around and take you like places off road, 4 legs can be very, very good to have. And this is hydrogen powered, so you have hydrogen cells in it. Oh yes, no. I want a robot horse. I want a hydrogen powered Kawasaki robot horse. That's gonna be so cool. Jumping around in the mountains. Or imagine if you're like going fishing and there's like a lake out in nowhere where you have to go and it's just fucking forest and swamp and mosquitoes and shit, and you have to walk for like 45 minutes. I'd much rather take my robot horse there. and then you can fish, and then you can take your robot horse back. This is the first step. So, okay, we have AI. We have cloning animals now. So, like, is it gonna be Terminator? Or is it gonna be Jurassic Park? Or like, what apocalypse are we choosing here? We're kind of free to choose. But I was at work and I was scrolling my phone and I saw this. And
You guys can see right.
I was actually kind of impressed. I thought it was CGI first, or like an AI video. Or it is CGI, but like I thought it was just a stupid AI video. But apparently Kawasaki has actually announced that they're building this shit. They have a working prototype. So it's hydrogen powered. It's hydrogen powered robot horses. There's a Polish word, koniara. It comes from kon, horse, which means basically a horse-obsessed woman. Really? So, it's, you know how it's always been that like girls want a horse and guys want a bike? Now maybe girls want this instead. Now they can buy themselves a robot horse. And the guys can still have their bikes. How can I apply to test out his prototypes? Probably have to go to Japan. There's also Valchara. Kind of similar, but related to cars. Right. So this one is called Corleo. Corleo. I don't know how much information they have released about it. I was just scrolling today and I saw a video, and like this is the presentation that they had. So I don't know how far along they have come with like the development and like how good it works. But I gotta say, it's a not much has happened in the much has happened in the vehicle industry the last years. But like a car still looks like a car did 50 years ago. I mean, a car in the 70s, it still had 4 wheels, it still had headlights in the front, it still had like an engine in the front and a crankshaft going back, and like an axle going back to the rear wheels and the exhaust. Like the shape they have like refined how it looks, but the car is still the car, still the same 4 doors. You have the trunk, you have the engine. Like nothing new has come out in like forever. We have refined what is out there, but no one has like figured out something new, kinda. The electric cars, sure, that we have electric motors is different. But I mean, this is just the next level shit. This is like, no one has made a fucking quad-legged ATV. It would be so cool if they could like take this technology and apply it somewhere. And just imagine how much easier this shit probably can traverse in like really bad terrain compared to like an ATV or something. Not as fast, but like, let's say it's you have to rescue someone in the forest just for like a fire brigade or whatever, or like the police or whatever. They can just ride this in the forest. The price is definitely what would kill it. Yeah, I mean, you can probably build whatever you want as a prototype and it looks pretty cool and probably work. But the thing is, you have to sell it as well. So I guess it's electronics that control the legs, like how a lot of sensors. But yeah, I don't know. It's a fun idea. It's fun that they're exploring the idea. It's cool that they're actually trying something. And maybe this will not be the final product. Maybe, but what if we can get walkers? What if they made this the fucking walkers from Star Wars as military vehicles? Maybe this is the first step to make like a fucking battle suit. Like, who knows? It's pretty cool, to be honest. Even if this by itself might not be the best thing to have, but I actually think it is pretty cool. I would like to try one. If they come for sale and they're not too expensive, I would like to buy one. Just to have been one of the people that actually was stupid enough to buy these when they came out. The first step to hover bikes? Yeah. I think hover bikes is going to be very hard to create though. Because you have to invent a new technology that does not already exist. I mean, this is basically just a lot of sensors working in tangent with each other. But making something hover, you need like... Right now we're using fans. Right now we're using wind, kinda, to make something hover. But a hoverboard or a hover bike is probably not gonna be easy to make. You gotta figure out a new technology. You can't just put bigger fans. Then you're gonna have an airplane. If this costs less than 50k euros, I would be surprised. To be honest, like a motorcycle is usually around 10,000 euros. Like 10 to 20,000 euros. And I think if they want to sell this to the public, I mean, it might look fancy, but what is it actually if you look at it? You have joints, and you have sensors that can move the joints, like that feel how you have gyro, but your fucking phone have gyro. It shouldn't be too hard with today's technology to have the gyro, and then you just need like the software to be able to control the legs, and I bet they are using AI to read the ground, so it knows where it's going. So it knows if it has to like set its feet down on a log or like a bump, or like it probably uses AI to read the ground, and you just control the gas and the steering, like where you want to go. You guys are way more optimistic than I am. Though there's a lot of... I know that these companies build a lot of prototypes. What the hell was it they built again? There was something they built very long ago. What the hell was it? It was also like some car company, or they made like an amazing car, or like something really fucking weird. But a prototype most of the times end up only being a prototype as well. So we'll see. By the way, have you seen my updated Steam profile? I saw that you switched your profile picture, but that's the only thing I've seen so far. Either way, we were thinking of playing Detective Grimoire today, and might finish it up tomorrow. This is a short game. I saw on How to Beat it's like 2.5 hours. I probably won't stream for another 2.5 hours today. The Red Bull X 2010. What is a Red Bull X 2010? Red Bull X 2010. Is it like a... Wait, what is this? Like a Formula 1 car? I've never heard of this before. No, it was not this. This is the theoretical fastest car. If there were 0 rules. Really? That is interesting. Do you mean like for a F1 race, or like overall? In general? Okay, so this is like... I see that it's super low. Oh, 500 kilometers an hour. It's super low, it's super aerodynamic. It probably have a lot of downforce because of the wings. Like everything is tilted in the same way to give you downforce. So you get more grip on the tires, and... That is actually pretty cool, because I know that in Formula 1 and like all these racing sports, they could make much faster vehicles, but they don't, because they don't want their all the race drivers to die. So they keep the speeds down on purpose. Like, they give everyone the same set of rules, so it's still as much of a competition, and the best racer will win. But they still set rules to get the speeds down. It's I know for motocross. Is it called FIM? So way back when, the tires if you look at these, like this looks like they're pretty big, the spikes you have on the tires, but they actually made these smaller than they were before. So the way they are now is that you can't have more than 12 millimeters, I think, because when you go like 20 millimeters, you get so much grip when you're out racing, so the speed is so fast, and if you do one mistake in those speeds, you're dead. So they actually made it so you will have much less grip by making the tires worse, so you don't actually kill yourself if you have an accident when you're racing. So it's like things like that, and it's just basically testing things for actual road cars. That's why they also keep getting new engines. Yeah. And I know they also keep the engines at like a maximum. They can tune the engines, but they're not allowed to like go with a higher bore or and things like that. Like if it's 1000cc engines, they have to stick to 1000cc engines. Okay, let's see if we can. I'm gonna see first if I can do a game capture. Give me 1 second. What the hell is the game called? There, Detective Grimoire. There, and let's see if we can lower the sound a little bit. I gotta start the game. I should have a just chatting stream. Man, it sounds like it's still pretty loud. It sounds like the sound for like clicking menus and stuff is not changing. Maybe we can have we'll have it like this. Zero rules remind me of Let's Make Olympics. With all substances allowed, to see how far we could push records. Yeah, I know there's a lot of records in the Olympics, and like overall that is like going to be impossible to beat, just because they have added rules to keep people safe. I think there's some racing records that is like, you will not ever be able to beat this record, because back then you were allowed to race with like these fucked up tires and this big engine, and those are not the rules anymore, but the record still holds. Okay, let's see what this game is about. Holy shit, the sorry if it's loud. We'll see if it's okay still. Maybe it's just the menu clicking. In F1, youngest driver is Max Verstappen at like 17 years old. But now you need to be a minimum of 18 years to race. Really, do they have... That is so insane. How can a 17-year-old guy be racing in the F1? Because, I mean, it's one thing... He won his first race, really? Because, I mean, it's one thing to be really good at something, like a natural talent. But to compete at the highest level in the world, you need more than just talent. You need to practice as well. And I mean, how much practice can someone have gotten? Like, when did he start racing? Maybe when he was 10, 8, on a go-kart? And then maybe they went to something bigger when he was like 12, 14. So let's say full-size Formula 1 cars. If he's... I don't know how you can put a 15-year-old in a Formula 1 car. But let's say if he's only been practicing for 2 years. while other people have been practicing for like 22 years. And still they win. That is pretty fun. He did F4 at 15, F3 at 16, and they brought him in for F1, really? Man. Yeah, maybe he's just a natural talent. Okay, headphones strongly recommended. Sound is important. You will need sound to properly experience this game. Holy shit, it's loud. Okay. Sorry if it's loud. I'm gonna see if I can lower the volume as soon as this shit is over. I thought I lowered it. How loud is it if I don't lower it?
2025 last night. A murder occurred in a remote part of this swamp. A small tourist attraction deep within the heart of the marshland.
I will fix it. I will
A
fix
tourist
it as soon
attraction.
as this. I don't want to
Here?
skip the. I don't want to skip the cutscene.
I don't get it. Why would
Okay.
anyone come here by choice?
I've explained this already. This area is famous.
Famous. All I read was that some idiot thought
Oh,
they saw an alien here
Sorry
100
for the
years
loud
ago.
sound, guys.
Get your facts straight for once. We're talking about a creature that's lived in this swamp for over 60 years.
Okay, so it's a 60-year-old alien. I still don't see why it matters.
If it matters to anyone, it's you. That creature is our prime suspect.
The murder suspect?
That's right. This is...
Oops.
No, look, come on. How am I supposed to arrest something that might not exist?
We've always enjoyed a challenge before. You can start by reading this.
Our case file? Heh, there's not a lot of it, is there?
As usual, we only know the bare essentials at this point.
This game is the prequel, like the game they released before Tangle Tower that we played before. Okay, Richard Remington, founder of the tourist attraction Boggy's Bog, was found dead outside of his office at 20:45 last night. Exact cause of death unknown. 3 small wounds to the chest suggest an attack from a clawed creature. Slime around the wound and footprints found on at the scene suggest the culprit was Boggy, the legendary swamp creature. Any of the 7 other people present in the swamp last night could hold vital information. Also, Remington were one of the families from... yes, Remington. Oh, it is Richard Remington. That didn't even hit me. Yes, Remingtons were like the guys that built the mansion. They got married with fellows and pointers? Yes, man. It didn't even hit me. Okay, so we have, he is dead, he had blue mustache, a big nose, 3 wounds with slime on it, so something was slimy that he got stabbed with. We got tracks, and the suspect is a fucking Pokemon.
Our murder victim, Richard Remington, he was in charge of this, tourist attraction. Boggy's Bog?
Boggy's
What
Bog?
a name.
Boggy is the name of our creature. Well, nowadays it is.
You mean that stupid cartoon character? I've heard of him. That thing is our murder suspect?
There's more to Boggy than the
He looks very
cartoon
Swedish.
character, I promise you.
This guy.
This is the place it all began. You'll find out soon enough.
We have the same mustache almost. His is a little longer. A swamp full of secrets.
Your case file's in the
Holy
top
shit,
right.
the sound is loud. Is your long lost brother? Yes.
You can look at your clues and suspect profiles in here. When you've collected some, of course. I'll stay and guard our boat, so if you're confused, come back here and I'll help you.
Okay, thank you. Can I lower the fucking sound now? Oh my god. Holy shit. How loud is it on the loudest? I thought this was super loud and we're at like 40%. Okay. Now I think, is it too little now? Oh, look, and he's having a cup of coffee now as well.
A simple wooden dock. Looks like it can just...
Okay, and someone has...
A lot of fog and a lot of trees. That's where I need to go. I can switch to walk mode with the button in the bottom right. Oh, and if I'm feeling confident, I can turn off those sparkly hit icons in the options menu.
Okay, so walk. Okay, so this is instead of the map, I guess. That we press walk and then we'll choose where we want to exit. Who the fuck is this?
You didn't get lost yet.
Little girl?
Well,
what the hell?
I only just got here.
What is she doing here?
You don't remember. Of course, you're not great at remembering. I should be offended, though.
Never seen you before? You were that weird girl from Fairground? I remember you, but I've been trying to forget. Should we take this one? We're trying to forget her. She's an annoying little bitch.
I remember you, but I've been
You probably
trying to
murdered
forget.
someone.
Saw your hat
Classic.
go through here already. You must be slow, if it wouldn't even wait for you.
Well, if you'll let me, I'd better go after it. You can wait here.
It's from the first
Don't
game?
get lost. I would never forgive
Right.
myself if I let you go through without the map.
You have a map of the swamp?
Not anymore.
We got a map.
I'm giving it to you.
You should really stay here. It's dangerous. There's been a murder. Although I suppose you know...
I mean, how many people are living on the
They're
island?
saying it was the creature, but it can't be him. He doesn't seem like a killing sort of creature. Nope. He's a different sort of creature.
Wait, what do you mean? If you... she disappeared. I might pretend I imagined her.
She makes me think of Little Me. Do you know the Moomin? I think of this. I think of her when I see her. Just a mischievous little bastard. Okay, so we have
It's an opportunity for a photographic memento. The two characters are an explorer and Boggy himself. Are they fighting?
Okay, so it's Boggy and
The fence that seems to surround this entire...
oh, and there's a
It's
big
an old
frog.
statue of Boggy. His feet are hidden in a bucket of murky water. It's an old... I still don't quite understand why we have a
let's
tourist
check.
attraction here. Don't forget to use walk mode to...
Let's check out
Just my luck, the gate's closed.
the gate. Oh, the amusement
Looks
park.
like I
It's
can move
locked.
these metal latches around. I should just have to slide at least one of them out of the bottom of the lock. Then I'll be able to get through this gate. Probably.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, this is fun. Sorry, give me 1 second. Shouldn't be too hard. Not for a well-developed brain as my own.
Hey,
Yeah,
nice.
there we go.
I might get one of these from my office. This is the tourist attraction?
Maybe I should lock my house with one of those.
The whole thing just doesn't make sense to me. Let's do some thinking. Drag any two stray thoughts into those slots at the bottom, and flick through the connecting statements in between to make a sentence. Tap the confirm button to try. I just have to focus and reach a conclusion. Boggy's bog.
Okay.
Seems like the middle of nowhere.
That little girl is too stupid for my beard to have happened. Boggy's bog seems to be in the middle of nowhere. The murder. The tourist attraction is far too remote for our boat to make any money. What a god gamer, yes. Or that little girl? Wait.
The tourist attraction is far too remote for that little girl to murder someone. No.
Okay. What are we thinking here, chat? What do we think? The murder isn't warm enough? The murder isn't warm enough for our boat? I won't be spoiling. Okay, that little girl is too stupid for the murder to make any money. Seems to be in the mid. What? Bog is bog. Seems like the middle of nowhere. Is that our fault? The swamp is way too big for. What the hell am I? Unless you want a hint. We'll see. We'll see. Let me cook a little. Okay. To murder someone, if we start from the back, to have happened. Okay, this. The swamp is way too big for. Isn't warm enough for. Okay, I don't think it's that one. It's far too remote for the tourist attraction to have happened.
It's far too remote for the murder to have happened. Oh, that doesn't make.
Okay. The swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to make any money.
The swamp is far too remote for the tourist attraction to make any money. It's really bugging me. What's the story behind this place?
Okay.
There's
we have a hint up here.
Part of the tree right at the front, but it's too dark to see inside.
It's too dark to see inside? Right.
Apparently, there's a museum to the left and a cafe. I'm not hungry, though. This place is putting me off food.
Okay, let's go to the right. Let's check out the cafe. We need a cup of coffee and a cinnamon bun. A classic Swedish fika. I should visit the crime scene.
Said it was to the west.
Okay, let's go west then. Holy fuck, we can't even have our coffee before we have to put our fingers on a dead body.
A rather prominent tree stump looming over the wooden pathway. It's hard to ignore. These flower petals seem a little out of place, lying on the ground over there.
Hi, Death Star.
These flower petals seem a little out of...
It's been a while? Yeah, I've been... first I worked overtime for a week, so I couldn't stream. And the next week I got sick with fever and just the flu, so I haven't been on for 2 weeks now. So today is the first day now in like 2 weeks that I'm streaming.
Rocks sitting in the water like if that was a natural occurrence.
And I'm still not 100%, so we're taking it easy today with a fun little point-and-click game, solving puzzles.
There's a narrow path here leading up that hill and through the trees.
I hope you're doing good, Death Star.
It doesn't look inviting. I'm not sure it's part of the tourist attraction.
Okay. So I guess we have to...
I should visit the crime scene. I think Officer James said it was to the west.
Was to the west? Wait, it was up in the trees? What the hell? Oh, is this where he died?
There's an open window above Remington's body. One of the curtains is ripped and hanging on the outside. I can't get in here without a key. And I don't feel like kicking the door down. Maybe if I get desperate later on.
Okay.
So, this is where they found Remington's body.
Is these the clues that we have now? Was found dead outside of his office at 20:45. Exact cause of death unknown. 3 small wounds to the chest suggest an attack from a clawed creature. Slime around the wound. Suspect is Boggy. Any of the 7 people present in the swamp last night could hold vital information. Okay. Oh, and this is the map.
I can't get it. Maybe if I get... I can't... Maybe... There's an open... One of the... I don't.
Okay. So I guess we found the... the body? Can we go to the cafe now and have... Oh, the media is here! What the hell? Are they gonna cover up this story? Are these the guys that killed him?
Let's get this investigation started.
This looks like a killer through and through. And this is Gaston! What the hell is Gaston doing here?
Oh? Alright, let's see. Another suspect for my notebook.
That's a little rude.
No, I'm sorry. Did I say that bit out loud?
Maybe not. Maybe I can hear your thoughts.
So would you be able to answer my questions before I asked you?
Would you be able to question my answers before I tell you?
I could try.
I'm Bobby Burl, professional cameraman.
Bobby Burl?
Pleased to meet you.
I'm Detective Grimoire.
Why would they need
I'm here to
a
investigate last night's
cameraman
murder.
in a swamp?
Obviously.
Grimoire. Strange. Is that your first name?
It's my 23rd name. But it's the one I like the best. First name was a first name. It's my second name. Detective is my first name.
It's my second name. Detective is my first name.
Okay. What the fuck is this? Your job? Oh, it's what we can ask him? Your job?
So you already told me what you do, but now, why would a cameraman be working here?
I go where I'm needed. Vincent wanted to come to the swamp, and I was happy to help.
Vincent Vanderpeer. You mean that man standing on that rock over there?
That's right. I've worked with him for many years.
Is he your boss?
Oh, I don't know about that. We work together. He's tried to film here before, but he never got permission until about a week ago.
Oh, really? But why did he want to come here in the first place?
If you're looking for a reason to write down in your notebook, I'm sure he can tell you if you ask him. I'm just the guy who carries around the camera.
You always carry that camera with you?
Most of the time.
Okay, so we have a cameraman always carrying his camera. Last night. Let's see what happened last night.
I presume. Last night?
Yes, I was.
Here, in this clearing?
No, I was over at the cafe getting something to eat. Richard Remington was there too.
Remington? You saw him last night?
At what time?
Just before the murder?
That's right, I saw him. He left the cafe looking rather ill. I offered to help, but he just wanted to go back to his office.
Maybe he got some crazy mushrooms and he just jumped out of the window.
He was ill yesterday?
What if he stabbed himself and jumped out of the window? Or someone tried to poison him at the cafe. Okay, what the hell is this? Clues. Oh, present a clue.
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? That's great.
Okay, let's not give away all the clues. Present a profile. Bobby Burl.
You should ask someone else.
Okay. He doesn't want to speak anymore. Let's speak with Gaston.
Yes, do you have a message for me?
No. I don't think so.
Then why are you here? I'm incredibly busy.
You don't look it. Who are you, anyway?
What a question. You're serious? I am Vincent Vanderpeer.
Vincent Vanderpeer?
The artist, the visionary, the auteur. I'm a man of many talents.
Okay. Let's hope you have a talent for answering my question. Holy shit. That is a very talented beard you got, at least. I heard your work was going downhill lately. Okay, let's commend him on his beard.
That is a very talented beard you've got, at least.
You're in my light. Could you take a few steps back, please?
But then I'd be too far away to talk to you.
I know.
Can anyone just walk in here and start filming?
Okay, so... So. Vincent van der Peer only recently got permission from Richard Remington to murder the victim? Hi, Sundorment! How are you? I hope I haven't missed much. No, you haven't. We've been watching Dire Wolves and Kawasaki Robot Horses. So I just started playing like 10 minutes ago. So you haven't missed much. I just got to the island here and we just encountered our first people. So yeah, if you ever need a robot horse, Kawasaki got you covered. Let's see. Vincent van der Peer only recently got permission from Richard Remington to murder the victim. To leave the swamp forever. To film here in the swamp. Okay, to film here in the swamp.
Vincent van der Peer only recently
I
got
hope you're having a
permission from
fantastic
Richard
day,
Remington
Sandorman.
to film here in the swamp. I wonder if Mr. van der Peer has been breaking rules. Or maybe he'll have an excuse.
Recognize the names from Tangle Tower so far? Besides Grimoire? Yeah. We just spoke about that. Remington is... Richard Remington was on the family tree, right? In Tangle Tower. That is really funny. So he was murdered here in the swamp. Wait! It wasn't the fucking lady from... from Tangle Tower that murdered him? Okay, what does this say? Because she murdered some other people from her family, right? I wonder if Mr. Van de Peer has been breaking rules. Or maybe he'll have an excuse. Van de Peer challenge unlocked. Hawkshaw Penny? Yeah, Penny was the... What the hell was her name? Her real name? Yeah, the bird lady. Yeah, she had like the... Penelope. But wait, it wasn't Penelope. When she had like the fucking scout outfit. At the end. She was the girl that was in the picture. Wasn't Penny her like fake name or something? Maybe it wasn't. Oh wait, was it Hawkshaw? Maybe it was Hawkshaw, I don't remember. You can theorize after that later. Let's pretend Tangle Tower never happened. Right. Okay, wasn't given permission to film in the swamp. The challenge topic will now be available when okay. Let's see what he has to say. So, challenge unlocked.
I heard this isn't the first time you've tried to film here.
Where? In the swamp? What are you talking about?
Okay. Remington has denied the filming permission in the past. Remington never found out about your previous attempt. You tried to film here before, but the camera broke. No, he didn't have permission.
Remington has denied you the filming permission in the past.
Oh,
also, Tangle Tower haven't happened yet? Yeah.
Of being in a profession like mine.
Yeah, this is what happened
situation
before.
Simply requires the right approach before the gears start turning smoothly. You understand, I'm sure.
Why did Remington not want you filming here? And why did he change his mind?
It wasn't even up to him. This area is protected, you know. There are certain rules, certain regulations. I encounter this kind of thing all the time, really.
That doesn't explain why he changed his tune. It's a little suspicious.
Why would you say that?
A famous movie director suddenly gets his way.
So...
I wonder how that happened. Time to use my notebook. Just drag an item onto the paper to draw the idea.
I am famous. I am the boss. Okay, drag an item into the question mark space to draw it. So either he bribed him, he threatened him, he charmed him, or he gave him flowers. And if he denied him filming for a lot of reasons before, it's gotta be something serious. And I don't think Richard Remington was in lack of funds. So I don't think money was the... what got him. It was probably a threat. Was it a threat? Does Richard Remington take shit from a film director? Let's do the sword.
That can't be it.
Maybe he was starstruck. Maybe this was his favorite author.
That can't be it.
Okay. Money? Did he bribe him?
Right. That's the one.
Oh, he actually needed money. Maybe Richard Remington spent his entire life's fortune to build up this this theme park in the swamps.
I think you bribed Remington to get the filming rights.
Well, bribe is a strong word. It was just a little arrangement between friends. Nothing worth getting upset about. I simply promised him a cut of my next movie's profits. It made sense, since he owned the area anyway. Just a favor for a favor.
So you would have owed him money?
Only a small percentage, simply out of courtesy. And not for a long time, either.
Okay, challenge completed. Present a clue. We don't have a clue.
The world's premier director. The king of wit and whimsy.
So,
you met him.
So Gaston
lucky man.
owed him money. Was he coming like, where's my money, Gaston? Where the fuck is my money? I need my money now. And then he was like, you know what, I don't have your money. And then they fought. He stabbed him with a slime triple claw. He fell out of the window, and now he's just trying to play it cool, as if nothing ever happened.
Rocks sitting in the water like stepping stone. If that was a natural occurrence, it's...
Okay, let's see if we can go find more people. We need more suspects.
I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't see inside. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers.
I'm forced to install unofficial Polish translation of HOTA. Because otherwise it changes Polish letters symbols to gibberish. Really? Right.
That museum is quite a nice building, which makes it look...
That was the Heroes of Might and Magic 3 thingy, right? Or am I... Yeah, Horn of the Abyss. I remembered. I haven't played it in a while. Yes. Okay, it's being held up by wooden supports. It's bizarre.
That's the logo for Boggy's Bog. So, I'm guessing this museum is an official part of the tourist attraction. I hope they don't charge an entrance fee. That museum is quite a nice building, which makes it... Is it being held up?
Okay, I don't think we can do much more here. Let's continue it. No, wait, actually, could we go into the museum?
The door's jammed unless I can get these brass
we can lockpick. We can break in.
Seems
nice.
Like I can rotate them around, just until the gap in the middle is clear. That top hat guy was,
okay, that was pretty easy.
Struggled with this one.
Oh my god, there's a dude in here. He's... Oh wait, what is this?
Models of Boggy's Claws. Hold on. What's this? Something doesn't seem right here.
What doesn't seem right here?
I think I should try arranging these models into pairs. Something seems out of place.
Into pairs? Wait, so... Like this? Example of the creature's claws based on the sketch. According to historical sketches, the skin would have had a number of spots and patterns, similar to that of a toad frog. 3 prominent claws. Supposedly the primary weapon of the boggy swamp monster. Some early sketches even showed a small thumb. I don't really get what I'm supposed to do.
I don't think these gloves are part of the exhibit. It looks like someone tried to hide them here.
Oh, the middle part. Right. Oh, so someone has stolen the claws from here and tried to put some shitty gloves back. Yeah, they sew this. These flippers, they're not part of the museum exhibition, that's for sure. Right, okay. That's suspicious.
Let's see here. This journal belonged to the explorer.
He was stabbed by a claw.
Who first discovered Boggy in this swamp 60 years ago. I'd better take a look at it.
Okay, so what is this? Is this information about Boggy? Yeah, look at him.
This journal, it's full of drawings and notes all about Boggy. It seems to be the centerpiece of the entire museum.
Okay. A journal recorded 60 years ago by the explorer who first visited the swamp. The only record of Boggy existing, containing notes and sketches on the appearance of the swamp creature. Boggy is shown with 3 small claws on each arm. Boggy's feet are always hidden in the water. There seemed to be a page ripped from the back. Oh, really? Okay. That is strange.
There's a little door in the wall here. I think it leads outside. It's locked, though.
Oh, so that is the hatch that we saw on the side? Okay, let's speak to this guy. Look at the blood on his nose. This is the killer.
Let me guess, you don't work here, do you? I wonder if that makes you the first tourist I've seen today.
Why would he...
You're incorrect, detective. I am no mere tourist.
How did you know I was a detective? Was it my stylish trench coat? My sensitive, inquisitive manner?
It was the clueless expression on your face.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's the one.
Right. That's it. You've done it now. What's your name?
I go by Folder. Agent Folder. What are you doing?
Agent Folder? Is that supposed to be Agent Mulder? Like from the X-Files? I'm just thinking, this door was locked from the outside. I don't know about the window, but that is locked as well. How the fuck did this guy get in here? And why is he sitting here like casually, as if nothing have happened, if it's locked inside of here? That's very suspicious. This is the killer. I'm writing bad things about you in my notebook. I'm doing a drawing of your beautiful face. I'm writing in my diary, it's been a long day.
I'm writing bad things about you in my notebook.
Okay, your job?
So, if you're not a tourist, and you don't work here...
I am a scholar, an academic. I'm here to research the past and uncover the future.
So, you're visiting the museum. For fun.
Fun! Oh, there's nothing so simple as fun to be had here. I come to this museum night and day to study its secrets.
Night and day to study its secrets?
What kind of secrets? It's just a museum about Boggy, right? The swamp creature.
He's one of the most intriguing modern examples of cryptozoology.
Does he have a
fascinating combination of scientific
files in his pocket?
Wild speculation.
I'm with you on the speculation front. Although, come to think of it, people have been hinting that I should find out about the history of this creature.
A wise suggestion. And you've come to the right person. My knowledge far exceeds anyone else you might have met so far.
So, you'll help me?
I suppose I could divulge some of my findings with you, if you're in the mood for a little light reading. Let me find it for you. Oh yeah, this'll do. Something for beginners at least.
Okay. Information about Boggy collected by Agent Folder. Boggy's swamp became a protected area after reports of hunting in the area. Boggy's appearance has changed from the original sketches in which she has 3 claws on each arm. The modern character is a simple fin-like arms instead, to make him less threatening. No footprints were recorded in the journal, but some experts believe that information is out there somewhere. Okay, so he doesn't have any feet, and he has claws.
So, Mr. Folder.
Agent Folder.
And no footprints has been seen.
Were you here yesterday? What were you doing last night?
I was here, in the museum, going through my files one final time before disappearing into the night.
Don't museums usually close in the evenings?
They do. I've never been one to worry about other people's schedules. I come and go as I please.
This sounds like the customers we had at our motorcycle store.
Every luck, detective.
Oh, so you have the key to the museum?
Of course I don't. Why would you think that?
Well,
Once again, that clueless expression. I use a lockpick and get in through the small side door. I have a right to be here, you see. Remington has no business locking me out, so I don't let him.
You just admitted to breaking the law. If everyone did
so he did actually
my best lockpick.
break
This
in
new
here.
one's cheap. I used to own one, a superior model. Unfortunately, I misplaced it in one of the darker corners of the swamp, so
I'm writing down your confession about sneaking around here at night.
And what are you gonna do? Report me to Remington? Good luck, my friend.
Doesn't he know that Remington is dead? Okay, present a clue. Folder files.
This file goes over some basic differences between the genuine creature and the cartoon character. It's nothing more than a basic overview, really.
Okay. What else?
An important piece of the puzzle. This journal is a key to unlocking the history of this place.
And the gloves?
The real swamp creature had claws. 3 on each hand, to be precise. Why does the costume just have these pathetic fins instead? Next time, only show me something if it's important. Let's make that a rule.
This guy is pretty obnoxious.
This person is of no interest to me whatsoever. Are
Boggy?
you asking about the cartoon character? Because I have no interest in such childish matters.
No, I think I'm asking about the actual creature. What's the difference anyway?
Everything!
Mr.
The
Remington?
man was a fool. That's all you need to know.
He has a motive. He didn't like
If I cared
Remington.
about that person, I would know everything I need to know already.
Okay. Do I need to present these clues as
I
well?
have no interest in something like that. Obviously. You're wasting your precious time, detective.
Give me 1 second. I just need to run and blow my nose really quick. Ugh. Thank you. I hope you didn't hear that. I don't really hear stuff when I have my headphones on.
Some educational facts about swamps. Did you know swamps are grown?
Okay, let's exit this place. He is very suspicious, but he feels more like he's an obnoxious asshole than a murderer. So I'm not sure if we're suspecting him.
This staircase is a tree. And this tree is a staircase. And this place is so weird.
We have him in our minds. But we'll see. Oh. Okay, what is this?
Please tell me why there's a house here. Well, the lights are on.
Let's go into the house.
Seems I can fix it with those 3 cogs if I just put them in the right place. Once they're on the right pins, I can move the handle at the bottom to try and open the door.
Okay. So... What the hell? Are these touching now? Oh, okay, I see. I have to actually twist the handle. Okay, that works. I was clicking it and like, wait, it's stuck. Also, I should let you know that there are certain clues and interactions that are missable, meaning you don't need them to finish the game. Letting you know that in case you want to 100%. Oh, thank you. That is good to know. That is actually very good to know. Okay, is this... Ah! Perfect! I am amazing! Oh, is this the Wicked Witch of the West?
This is like an oven? Or is it just a boiler? It's so old-fashioned it hurts my brain. Check out that sunlight beaming through the window. It's so bright I should have brought my...
Oh, that is so funny. What a good detail. You know when the sun is shining in through your windows and you can see like dust particles moving in the air? I'm guessing that is what they're going for here.
A little blanket on a little bed in a little house. It makes very little sense.
Wait, note case updated?
There's a whole load of needles and wool on that shelf. Or should I say yarn? I just don't know anymore. I'm indoors.
Dust particles in my 2D adventure? Yeah, who would have known?
You just walked straight into my house, did you?
Actually, we just broke into her house. We didn't even knock. We just picked her lock and went in. That's not very nice. Not exactly, I had to climb up first. I'm paid to walk into people's houses? Sorry, I would have rung the bell.
Sorry, I would have rung the bell, but you don't have one.
Normally, I have methods for dealing with unwanted attention.
Is her nose running as well?
Exceptions for harmless idiots.
Do you get any attention?
Are those the yellow lines under her nose? She also has the flu.
Alone. But I don't think you're going to, are you?
No. I could make
I can't unsee this
say
now.
It's my job to ask you about last
night. It looks like she has snot.
To be honest, I climbed all the way up here, and I just like being indoors.
Well, if you insist on staying, I'll tell you. I'm Lady Weybridge, and I think you might be climbing up the wrong trees.
I'm Detective Grimoire.
Thanks, red noses are just part of the design.
I might agree with you.
I was thinking of the yellow lines under her nose. It looks like the snot is running down her face. And maybe she is sick. That's why she has a red nose. She has the flu now. So her rose is Ned, snot is running. It's oh, actually I'm sorry, Here. Now you can see her. So I was right in the way. So we have the big red nose. We have snot running down here. Okay, what's your job?
What do you do here? Did you work for Richard Remington?
I was living here before that man was even born.
She's a native!
And I have absolutely nothing to do with him, or his little tourist attraction.
You're exaggerating. How long have you been here? Just in this treehouse? What do you do up here?
I've been here longer than anyone. Even longer than, well, anyone.
I like numbers.
60 years, something like that.
What have you been doing for that time? If you don't mind me asking.
I have many reasons to be here. But
I mean, if she
won't
lives
bore you
here.
with all the details of my life.
I'm sure there's one detail worth writing down.
I like to study the plants and flowers in this area. I've
Okay.
learned many things from them.
What about this little chemistry set you've got on your table?
I wouldn't call it a chemistry set. But if you bring me an object that has liquid on it, or inside it, I'll tell you what that liquid consists of.
Wow. How do you
Okay.
do that?
Okay, that's good to know.
Chemistry.
Okay, a page from Weybridge Book of Pressed Flowers. Contains information about all the flowers in the swamp and where they grow. The green and red species only grow around the side door of the museum and can't be found anywhere else. The green and red species. Okay.
Your job is to ask me about what happened last night.
Do you even know what happened last night?
I know more than you might imagine.
Oh, that sounds useful. Can you tell me? What were you doing?
I was here, in my house, by myself.
What else?
That's it.
Thanks. Just give me a minute to write all this down.
Okay. So we can
Show it to
ask
someone
about...
who doesn't live in a tree.
Let's ask her about all the people.
I'm not
I don't
even
think
sure who
she will
that
give us
is.
any information from that.
A fascinating old woman who lives in a wonderful treehouse.
I mean, she's living her
heard
life.
She wasn't so keen on visitors.
She likes
though.
being in the forest. She likes flowers and fauna. I mean, she's just living her life. She's living the dream.
You should ask someone.
We should have her as our role model.
Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree.
Boggy?
I have nothing good to say about that man.
Man, no one
So I
really
won't
liked
say anything
Remington.
at all.
Everyone we have asked about Remington so far, no one have liked him. Okay, let's present the clues. The gloves. What is this liquid on them?
Let's see.
Liquid sample collected from gloves. Oh, that is so good. Okay.
First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron. Then tap the faucet.
Okay.
And now, we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients.
Okay. I'm guessing almonds.
Come on, Grimoire, you're good.
Wait. Green? Yellow and blue.
Got it.
Okay, it's flowers and blueberries.
Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes.
Wait, so what did it contain? Like a mix of berries and...
This is a 60-year-old journal. It was on display in a museum.
I know.
Berries
what
and
it is.
flowers?
I thought you might.
Okay. Flower book?
They're samples of flowers that grow in this area. 2 of them you don't see very much anymore. And 1 of them only grows around the museum. No, thank you. If you bring me something with liquid, you can put that away. I can't help you with it.
Okay. I think we have... I think we know all we have to know now from her. Let's continue. Let's continue our journey through these swamps. Wait. Oh, the cafe!
Predictably, a trash
Nice.
can. And I just can't resist taking a look inside. The glamorous life of a detective. My favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the trash in here.
Okay, what have they thrown away? Orange? Plastic? Oh, look at this. Have a piece of paper here.
Hello, what's this? Just a piece of paper?
Is this the suit?
Or something more sinister.
Okay, we gotta have a look at what it is. These looks like designs for the boggy costume. What's going on around here? So I guess this is the flippers. Okay. Interesting.
Grass, trees. The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship. I think. Never really learned much about ships. A shipwreck? In a swamp? And why is there a cafe growing out of this? There's a little locked door on the side of the ship. I think it's part of the cafe.
Okay, let's speak with this bearded gentleman.
Ah, yes. I heard they were sending somebody over. So you're Detective Grimoire.
At your service.
Wait, is that a bloody apron?
You're a suspect too.
Of course. Feel
I mean,
free to be as suspicious as you like.
He has a knife.
I won't be offended. You can call me Harper.
How did you know my name?
I can only assume I must have read about one of your many exploits. But I think you'll find the swamp to be your greatest challenge.
He has a knife and he knows a little bit too much. That's suspicious. You mean this murder case? I'm sure I can handle it. I love a challenge. I eat challenges for breakfast.
I love challenge. I eat challenge for breakfast.
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse. My advice to you, look to the past. It could be the way forward.
I'm supposed to look to the past, right?
He looked to the past. So, the tree house. So Richard Remington killed the swamp creature when... No. Found Bog's bog when... Okay, I think it's the swamp creature became a famous cartoon character. Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature became a famous cartoon character.
Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature became a famous cartoon character. I'm starting to piece together the history of this place.
Was hunted and killed?
Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was hunted and killed. I think that's pretty close.
When Richard Remington...
Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when Richard Remington was hunted and killed. Oh, that does it.
Okay. Was discovered by the explorers 20 years ago? Boggy killed the swamp creature when? Found Boggy's bog when? I'm starting to piece together the history of this place.
Lady Weybridge
We
was
did
living
this,
in
right?
the swamp when the swamp creature became a famous cartoon character.
Oh,
Is Weybridge
Boggy,
connected
not-
to the swamp?
okay, I
Lady
see.
Weybridge was living in the swamp when Boggy became a famous cartoon character. No.
okay. Was Is Lady is this right? Only one is wrong. It's gotta be... Was it Richard Remington founded Boggy's Bog when the swamp creature became a
Richard
famous
Remington
cartoon character?
Founded Boggy's Bog when the swamp creature became a famous cartoon character. Oh, that doesn't make sense.
You changed 2 things? Yeah, I was... Was this the right thing then? So when I did this, I had one thing wrong.
Was living in the swamp when the swamp creature became a famous cartoon character. I think that's pretty... Lady Weybridge founded Boggy's Bog when the swamp creature
okay, let's see if this
became
is
a famous cartoon character.
one wrong still.
I'm losing my... Lady Weybridge killed the swamp creature when the swamp creature became a famous cartoon character.
Okay, what if it was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was hunted and killed?
Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was hunted and killed. Lady Weybridge was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorer 20 years ago. Ooh, that's nearly...
60 years ago.
Lady Weybridge
there we go.
was living in the swamp when the swamp creature was discovered by the explorer 60 years ago.
I knew this.
Lady Weybridge.
She
was living here when Boggy was first discovered by the explorer.
Okay, Lady Weybridge was living here when Boggy was first discovered by the explorer. Weybridge was living in the swamp. The challenge topic. Okay. we gotta ask this guy more as well. Your job.
So you sit in this boat
the
all
stalker.
day and sell food to people.
Knowing everything
Tourists,
about
I
us.
guess?
Not just the tourists, but the employees too. To anyone who is hungry or thirsty, I know everyone's favorite foods.
What are they? Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp. I don't want to spoil your fun.
Is there a secret to this shipwreck?
Does he know a little bit too much?
My fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth keeping when you've worked here as long as I have.
Well,
how long has he worked
that?
here?
I've worked in the swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Really? Almost as long as Mr. Remington.
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make.
And he came here 60 years ago.
He ate one nearly every day. A real creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm afraid I have to disappoint you. I'm not serving them today.
Why not?
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the
Strange
information.
green powder?
You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this with you. If you get thirsty, it's the most popular drink in Boggy's Bog. Swamp juice. Try it.
It looks like... It looks... Well, I'll try some.
Maybe we shouldn't try it.
Later on.
You're in luck. That's my last bottle. A lot of swamp juice
Wait,
has been disappearing from my stock recently.
Okay.
I can only assume I must have been selling them all.
Did something strange happen at the cafe yesterday?
Okay, so there's green powder, a bog dog murdered the victim because the little girl suddenly burst into flames.
A bog dog murdered the victim because...
That's gotta be it, right?
Suddenly burst into flames. I don't get it. Seriously?
Oh, wait. Bobby Burl visited the cafe after... After Richard Remington? No. The Harper sold him a bog dog?
Bobby Burl
No.
visited the cafe after Hopper sold him a bog dog. What is that supposed to mean? Why did Remington rush back to his office?
suddenly burst into flames. So... left the cafe... Okay. Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Harper sold him a bog dog.
Richard Remington
That's what happened.
left the cafe feeling ill after Harper sold him a bog dog. Harper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this.
Okay. Challenge unlocked.
I was told
Let's
Remington
challenge
left the
him.
cafe looking ill last night. Since you seem to be completely in charge of all the food and drink around here, I'm afraid this is something I can't ignore.
He was an old man. His health wasn't perfect. But I'm not arguing with you.
Your health is not
I
perfect
think
if
it
you're
is
eating
suspicious.
bog dogs every day.
What do you think caused it?
What do I think caused it?
Okay. Poison?
A bog dog he ate at the cafe gave him food poisoning.
I keep all my food locked in the storeroom when I'm not here. You think he was poisoned?
I think he was poisoned.
Poisoned by me?
I have proof that it was you that poisoned his food. The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick. Huh?
The storeroom was broken into with a lockpick.
A lockpick? I've never encountered a problem like this before. But since last night, am I in a position to doubt a claim like that?
Somebody knew that Remington would eat a bog dog. He ate one every day, right?
Okay, we're getting
This
closer
explains
to
the
the
missing bottles of swamp juice as well.
challenge complete. Interesting. Oh, and we can challenge... We can challenge Lady Waybridge as well. So, we know of one... We can ask him about last night first.
What I was doing last night.
I was going to.
But we
Were
know
you
one
going to
dude
tell me
that knows how to use lockpicks. But he had also lost his prime
I had a couple
lockpick.
customers. Eventually they all left and I locked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
You mean that little door on the side of the ship? Is there anything else to lock?
I leave the chairs, tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Don't you have anyone to help you?
Mr. Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton stuff. There simply aren't many people who choose to work in a place like this.
There's no meat on the bones, it's just a skeleton
Well,
staff.
that's convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh.
Okay. Did we ask him about these
Why
things?
don't you show that to someone else?
Let's ask about Mr.
He
Remington.
was a friend for many years. If you have any
This
questions
guy actually
about
liked
him or his
Remington.
belongings,
No one else
may
we have
be able to
spoken to
help
yet liked Remington.
You're prime suspect, am I correct?
Well, technically. But I'm not even sure he's real.
Don't worry about that. Real or not, the creature's the most important part of this mystery.
Which one?
I like this
The
chap.
cartoon character or the real creature?
He's a nice guy.
Exactly.
I bet
don't
he's
know
the
what to
killer.
say.
Just because I said that.
I don't know very much about them.
Okay.
You have a lot of suspects on that list. I don't know what to say.
I don't know what to say.
I don't know very much about them.
You don't know very much about them? I asked you about yourself. What the hell?
I don't know everything, I'm afraid. I can't help you with that one. Sorry.
So basically someone worked as the mascot. That's the only way he could have had the hands for the mascot. And he switched out his hands like for the killer claws.
It was Mr. Remington's favorite food. That strange green powder isn't supposed to be there. It's the most popular drink that I sell. In fact, a lot of it has disappeared from my stocks recently.
So someone has found the historian's lockpick that he had lost, and he's using that to break into the storage and steal swamp juice. And one day he figured out, you know what, I can fucking poison this bog dog and be done with it. But why? We need to find a motive.
You don't know everything, I'm afraid.
Okay.
I can't help you with that one. Sorry. He's dead, but he always knew what he was getting involved with.
He was getting involved with? Did he have shady business going on? A popular drink sold at the Bog Cafe in Bogus Bog has the appearance of a strange liquid slime. Oh, is this the shit that... This is the shit that was on his wounds. Harper says a lot of swamp users disappeared from his stock recently. You know what? Let's go speak with fucking Lady Treehouse Witch.
Someone please. Well,
I wanna know.
The tree. It even has little drawers carved into it. Okay, even on.
I wanna know what the. Let's see. Let's challenge her first.
I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really? Did you find anything?
Yeah. You.
I'm onto
must be
something.
Confused. You found me today when you barged into my house. Remember?
You were living in the swamp when the explorer visited 60 years ago. You created the myth of the swamp creature yourself to scare people away. You were the original founder of the tourist attraction. No, I think she... I mean, this one is right that she lived in the swamp, but... Should we do this one, that she created the myth?
You created the myth
No.
of the swamp. Let's think about this one again.
No, okay, I know it is...
Oh, did you find...
Yeah.
You must... You
I'm
found
pretty sure it's...
when you barged into my house. Remember?
It's the first one, that she lived here when they
You
explored.
were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
It would make sense if she made the...
That man they talk about in the
If she made the
one who originally
rumor
discovered
about the
Boggy.
swamp
you know
creature.
Who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have his journal. You learned to read, I assume. What else do you need?
I need you to tell me if the journal is fake. I think you wrote something in the journal yourself. There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal. Or what, that I stole it?
You stole it from him before he left the swamp? I really have no idea. If I could see it, I might be able to make up my mind. You took it from the journal while it was on display in the museum.
You took it from the journal while it was...
No. Okay.
No, wait, that's not right, is it? I've been looking into the history of this place.
Oh, really?
I wish I could fast
Did
forward.
you find anything?
Yeah. You.
You must be confused. You found me today when you barged into my house. Remember?
Okay.
You were already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
The explorer? That man they talk about in the museum?
The one who originally discovered Boggy. You know who I'm talking about. His sketches and notes are the only real evidence we have for this creature.
You already have
I
his
thought it was
journal.
Richard
You
Remington
learned
that
to
discovered
read,
him.
I assume. What else?
Maybe it was someone else.
There's a page missing from the journal. I think you know where it is.
Why on earth would I know something like that?
Because you were the only person here when the explorer visited the swamp. I have a suspicion that the swamp creature wasn't the only thing he discovered.
You're
Richard only built a
suggesting
tourist
he gave me a
attraction.
page from the
Oh,
back of
right,
his journal.
right.
Or what, that I stole it?
Okay. You stole it from him before he left the swamp. You took it from the journal while it was in this... That one was wrong. I really have no idea if I could see it. Okay, it's probably this one then.
You stole it
No,
from me before
okay.
they left the swamp. Hold on. I'm...
Oh, do we have to do that again? Wait, are we gonna ask her? I thought we had made a conclusion.
I've been looking into the history of this
I
place.
thought we knew, so we're accusing her of
Did you
something.
find anything?
Yeah. You.
You must be confused. You
Oh, well.
found me today when you barged into my house. Remember?
Okay, 60
You
years
were
ago?
already living in the swamp when the explorer came here 60 years ago.
That man you all...
Oh, I can fast forward a little bit. I think you know where it is.
Or...
You took it
No,
from
god damn it! I was too fast. Okay, let's try that again.
You... When you... Remember...
You were... You know, his sketch...
You already... you learned...
Okay, I think you know where it is.
Because I have a suspicion that the
Okay,
swamp
now,
creature
let's not
wasn't
touch
the
anything
only
now.
thing he discovered.
You're suggesting he gave me a page from the back of his journal. Or what? That I stole it?
I really have no idea. If I could see it, it might be able to make up my mind.
I really have no idea. If I could see it,
Proudly
I'd
like,
be able
I
to
don't
make up my
know.
mind.
It doesn't belong in a museum. It belongs here, with me.
Oh.
You understand?
What if I promise I'll return it after I finish clearing up this mess?
Then... I'll show it to you.
Oh, it's
This is
her!
you? He drew you into his journal? It's beautiful.
60 years ago, yes.
And there she had a black
You
nose.
left the page with me. We agreed the rest of the world would manage without it.
I think there's something on the back.
Hmm.
What's this?
Hmm?
Footprints.
Okay. So, the lost page ripped out of the explorer's journal, given to Weybridge by the explorer 60 years ago. Features of drawing of Lady Weybridge at 20 years old. Wait, is she 80 years old? And her hair isn't even grey? Holy shit, she doesn't age. She's a fucking vampire. We have solved it. Also features drawings of Boggy's feet and footprints. He has 2 toes at the front and 1 at the back. This page proves that the footprint found outside of the office were not made by the real Boggy. Ah. Was there footprints outside of... Okay, I have another question.
What do you do here?
Oh, I forgot.
No.
God damn it, this was a mistake clicking on that one. Oh, it was a back button. Present a clue. I want to know the swamp use.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron, then tap the faucet.
Okay, so first we put the sample here.
And now we just have to match the color of that liquid with these ingredients.
Okay, is this also blueberry flower?
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. That looks pretty similar to the last.
Okay. So we know that the killer, the slime that was on him was actually a soda can, like soda from the monster juice or whatever. Okay, where do we go? Oh, we got a new...
It's
What
a
is
humble
this?
gift shop wagon. Let's take a look.
There's a lot of Boggy merchandise.
It's a photo of the swamp entrance. Or it could be a painting. There's really no way to tell. It's a map of the swamp. It's a framed drawing of... What a shame, it's not even some...
Oh, Boggy! I want one of... I want the Boggy Bog
Officer
mug.
James for Christmas. Brightly colored boggy baseball. Is there something behind?
Huh?
What on earth? This thing doesn't seem to belong here at all.
Is she the mascot? Is she the one that is dressing up as Boggy?
It's some kind of roughly made costume head, I think. And there's a strange piece of red fabric stuffed inside. 2 clues for the price of 1, I guess.
Okay, interesting.
Boggy dolls, boggy toys, boggy postcards. Yeah, this stuff isn't half bad. Boggy doll. Well, I wouldn't wear it. Maybe to sleep in, you know.
I don't sleep in a shirt. I think it's weird. Like, I always twist in my bed if I have a shirt on. And then it feels like it's trying to strangle me every night. I don't get good sleep when I have a shirt on. Okay, this is Boggy? It doesn't seem like official merchandise. No. This looks like a shitty made costume. Okay, let's speak with... Wait, isn't this our partner in the next game? Shirt angle?
Sorry to interrupt. I can see that
Shirt angle, yeah, strangle.
Work.
You weren't here yesterday.
Okay. Oh no, I only just arrived.
Oh, no, I only just arrived.
You're the detective, right?
I'm a detective.
So, that was your head I saw blowing through here.
You spotted it too.
If you're good at your job, you may have realized that it's kind of dead around here. So,
Yep, that's Sally.
Noticed magical floating
This is where we meet for the first time?
Oh, and
right.
don't worry, you look better without it.
She's doing a lot of like stretching exercises when we speak with her.
I have a good imagination.
Okay, Sally, are you the killer?
I see someone your age working in a place like this. But then again, I didn't expect there to be a place like this in a place like this.
I only started working here this year anyway. It's temporary. Just running the gift shop to earn a little extra money. Don't ask how I ended up here.
I'll save that question for a different day. You don't seem at home here exactly.
Speaking of stretching,
this is disgusting.
Stretch.
Come
Thank
on,
you.
you
I'll do a salad.
Kind of beautiful.
You would say that. You only just got here. You'll get
Oh, can you hear my joints crack?
Here, I'd be stuck in my office.
Did you hear
doing
that?
Paperwork.
At least at your office,
I don't
you
think
don't have to bring spare clothes
the mic
every
picked
day.
it up.
It's impossible to leave this
Probably
place
sounds
being covered
higher
in
in my
dirt.
head.
Challenge accepted.
Okay, last night.
When you have a moment
And thanks for
free
the
from
stretch.
your busy schedule, I need to ask you about last night.
I know, but it won't help. I worked here during the day, then left my gift shop and went home in the evening, same as every day.
You just leave your gift shop here when you go?
No, I put it in my pocket.
Yeah, seriously though, as much as I appreciate sarcasm, I think I'd get in trouble if I wrote something like that down in my notes.
Well, look, you've noticed the gift shop has wheels, and you're thinking, oh, she's pretty lazy to leave it lying around. But if you want to try pushing this thing through the swamp, be my guest. And I can't lock it up, so I just leave it here overnight. Nobody's ever stolen any of this lousy merchandise anyway. I even left my spare clothes here when I went home last night.
You left them here? By the gift shop?
Yeah, it's no big deal. They were all still here this morning.
Is that red fabric? Kind of?
I think someone played a stupid joke, and my spare black leggings were covered in some disgusting swamp slime when I found them in the bag this morning. If you're going to take my clothes and mess them up, then just keep them. I don't want them back. You know what I mean?
I absolutely do.
Okay, what could Sally's leggings possibly have to do with this case? That's what I wonder as well. Did she do like a wrestling move on Remington? Just like jumping up and the thigh crushing his face, slamming him into the ground? And that actually killed him, and then she had to make a cover-up story by stabbing him in the chest when she was done?
These hats look pretty stupid. Luckily, kids seem to like stupid stuff.
You sell a lot of them?
Yeah, they're pretty popular.
Okay.
Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets? Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
Okay, swamp
I have
juice.
no idea what that is.
He doesn't know what swamp juice is? The most
Where
popular
are you keeping
beverage
all
in the
this stuff?
entire...
In your pockets?
In the entire swamp? What the hell?
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now. I have no idea what that is.
Missing page, costume
I can
design.
draw way better than that.
Can you show me?
There's no time. Maybe in the sequel.
Maybe in a sequel? That's funny.
That is not something from my gift shop. I've never seen it before. Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
Okay. Curtain piece.
Is that one of your clues? It's nice. You can put it away now.
Have we seen that curtain before?
Is that your new friend? Sweet. I really don't know what to tell you. Is that one of the other suspects?
Yeah,
They're
let's
more
ask about all the
suspicious than me.
suspects and see if
Let's agree
we
on that.
get any smarter.
Is that your new friend? Sweet. I really don't know what to tell you.
In this
I think
game,
the cartoon character is kind of dumb.
What about the real creature?
I've never met him.
Me neither.
it feels like you don't get any information about anyone when you're asking about all the different
He
people.
made sure I always got paid, so I can't say anything bad about him.
You can if you like. He won't hear you.
You should have more respect for the dead.
I know.
Her. I don't know why she still works here, to be honest. One murder is one murder too many.
Okay. That didn't make us much smarter. Except for that we found some good clues. So what if we go back a little bit? It's a lot simpler. Yeah, it's like the other game, Tangle Tower. You got like, oh, I think this and this about this person, and this is like they explain. Everyone has something to say about everyone, like their personal thoughts. And here it's like, no, wrong answer. No, wrong answer. Like it's just a general. No, you clicked on the wrong thing, kinda.
Ah, back so soon, Grimoire? What's troubling you?
Let's see what the police dude has to say. Your mustache is troubling me?
Your mustache is troubling me. That thing seems to be longer every time I see you.
You've been warned about this, detective. Don't talk about my facial hair, and I won't talk about yours.
What's wrong with mine? It's perfectly under control. It's trimmed and ready for action.
Grimoire, you're supposed to be investigating a murder. Stop wasting time.
Okay, that didn't help us. Let's go back to the murder scene. So, there's one person we haven't seen yet. Interesting. So, oh, here's some dude. Stop swamping the swamp. Okay.
Ah, you've arrived at a bad time, my friend. For once, they don't actually want tourists walking around this place.
This is a
I
crazy...
always arrive at a bad time. It's what I do. I'm a
crazy
detective,
person.
not a tourist.
My apologies. It's just, you have the same wide-eyed expression as the kids that come here. Running
This is
around,
Greta Thunberg.
spending their parents' money. You know.
Well, you know, it's not every day I visit a swamp
How
full
dare
of such
you?
unique specimens.
It's no problem. You're just thinking what we all thought when we arrived for the first time.
Why didn't they put in a bathroom?
No, you're thinking, this place is beautiful. What a lucky man I am to be here.
I am I? Well, if you say so.
Edward Everstone, at your
Edward
service.
Everstone?
That's a pretty cool
What the
name.
hell?
Can I call you Ed?
You don't need to. Everyone just calls me Echo.
Echo? Oh my god. Why? Because it gives you an elevated sense of purpose? Why? Because you're a good swimmer? What? Why? Because you're bounce if I threw you at a wall? I want to ask if he's a good
Why?
swimmer.
Because you're a good swimmer?
What? No. Because I always come back. again and again, until my job is done.
Okay. So your
You're
job.
protesting, right?
I certainly am. And now that you're here, I'm getting
A professional
involved.
protester.
What does that mean? Yeah, I haven't got time to hold up signs for you. I'm sorry.
You simply have to hear my message and take it with you.
Go ahead. I'm all ears. Plus, I have a little notebook.
What was the first thing you felt when you saw the sign for Boggy's Bog looming over you?
Well, I thought it was...
Not thought. Felt.
I felt... Well, something seemed wrong. There wouldn't be a tourist attraction in the middle of a swamp like this. There shouldn't be.
My job is done. Clearly your brain is working perfectly, Detective.
So you're against the tourist attraction? Yeah, let's see. You'd rather this
Why
area
did
stick
they
as
make a tourist attraction,
natural habitat,
actually?
right?
Right again.
We haven't really gotten that
And
that answered
precise
yet.
word, habitat. First and foremost, I'm protesting for animal rights.
Okay.
Well, okay, I'm following you, but it's not like they're cutting down trees or anything like that, right?
All animals deserve the right to live in peace, and I promise you, on a normal day, this place is far from peaceful.
Are you talking about the swamp creature? About Boggy?
A creature like that. He's earned the right to be left alone. We're fools to invite ourselves into his home like this on a daily basis, assuming he's not going to mind. Assuming he'll keep to himself.
This
and
guy
never
has a
slip
lot of
around
motives.
his face on our
For
t-shirts.
actually being
Well, I agree.
the criminal.
I think he should be left alone. But like you said, he can probably handle himself. And if no one has even seen him in 60 years, I don't really see the problem.
Unlike you, Detective.
What if he's an
I never had
extremist?
an academic calling enough.
An extremist
I was never
protester.
Even a talented artist or musician or anything. So instead, I made the decision to stand up for those who were getting a raw deal.
And he took his beliefs to the extreme, and he wanted to kill Remington for building the theme park so it could close down. And yeah, no,
You come here
okay,
every
he has a lot of
Yes,
good
I do.
motives.
Well, I'm only going to ask you about
Echo
one of those
is
days.
we
What were you
gotta
doing
keep an eye on
yesterday
Echo.
I was here at my protest spot until fairly late. Then I went to get something to eat at Harper's Cafe before I...
Wait, you ate at the cafe here? Doesn't supporting the tourist attraction like that kind of go against your protest?
A man has to eat, doesn't he? I don't think the meager contributions of one person are going to keep this place afloat. Especially now.
And you're sleeping here? Doesn't it get
Or
cold
they
at night?
want us to
Well,
think
I
that
came
it's
prepared, of course. I usually find myself with 1 or 2 extra layers to wear. Most of this bulk is padding, I promise you.
I'm sure it is. So you stayed here the whole night?
That's right. And I admit I may have heard some stranger than usual sounds floating around the swamp last night.
What
I don't
kind of
trust this
sounds?
guy.
It's impossible to say. This place fills with the most terrifying sounds at night. Hundreds of animals, some tiny, some much larger, awaken and make their own protests. Every night until the sun rises in the morning.
Insects make noises at night. Okay, I've written it down.
Okay. Present a clue? A boggy hat?
I'm afraid I have no idea.
Okay, let's just ask about all the
Show it
items.
to somebody else. No thanks, my friend. I'm afraid I have no idea.
And this guy looks like he's dressed in
Show it to
curtains.
somebody else.
Maybe he has...
No thanks, my friend.
Huh.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
This would make sense as well that he is actually breaking in to steal food. Because he doesn't have any food with him. So he has to break in to steal food all the time in order to stay here and protest.
Show it to somebody else. This is the journal, correct? The one that man left here 60 years ago?
You seem a little unsure of the details. Shouldn't you have read up on all this stuff?
Forgive me. It's hard for me to get the image of Boggy as the lovable cartoon character out of my mind. He's just so iconic. Did you know, in 1973, he...
But you're protesting to protect the real swamp creature. The cartoon character is just some commercial byproduct, right?
Yes, of course.
No, man, he's way too suspicious. This guy...
No thanks, my friend.
Either they make it obvious, or they're trying to mislead you.
I'm afraid I have no idea. Show it to somebody else. No thanks, my friend.
Okay. Let's ask about the people. So, Sally?
You're asking the wrong person. A
Echo?
man who has sacrificed luxuries to protect those who need protecting. Pretty good beard, too. He seems like a good person. He even sympathizes with my cause.
He agrees with your protest? But he works here, right? And he was friends with Remington.
I think that was the only reason he worked here. Maybe he'll see the light now and leave the swamp behind him. Maybe everyone will. You're wasting your time with that one. I have nothing to say about them. You're asking the wrong person.
So,
yes.
there's two
Agent
suspects
Boulder.
in my mind.
A
The
good
biggest.
man.
You know him?
We get on rather well. And we shared a number of views on the way things were run around here.
Yeah, but Agent Folder is just a obnoxious asshole, right? Let's see. Either Van der Peer had to kill him to get filming rights, or Echo killed him because he disliked...
Boggy is my prime suspect, you know. The creature you're trying to
Disliked
protect.
that the theme park was
Protect
being
is
built
the wrong
there.
word. If your suspicions were correct, we could both agree he's a creature that doesn't need protecting.
You think he might be the murderer?
I think he's a wild animal, and he wants to be left alone at any cost.
Okay.
The murder victim.
Since last night, yeah. But he was the owner of Boggy's Bog. Did you know him?
Not personally. To be honest, I'm quite glad about it.
Okay, we have asked him about all the clues, and... Okay. So we need now to find more stuff. But what is this?
These flower petals seem a little out of place, lying on the ground over there.
These are the... Wait. Isn't this the... Can I see my notes? My items? Flower book. They said the green and red species only grow around the side door of the museum and can't be found anywhere else. The green and red species. So the green and red species, that is this one. And those are the flower petals laying here. So this guy has been to the museum. Okay, let's see if these guys know more about things.
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? That's great.
That's great.
I'm sorry I have not seen that before. What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? That's the food I saw Mr. Remington eating at the cafe last night.
Before he got ill and rushed back to his office?
That's right.
This is going down in my notebook. It might be important.
So he saw that he ate the hot dog. So we know that he actually did eat the poisoned hot dog.
That's great.
Did he pre-make the hot
I've
dogs?
not seen that before.
Wait, did he put the hot dog in the bun the day before? I mean, if they poison the hot dogs, how long beforehand do you put the hot dog in the bun, or did he like them cold?
What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? That's great.
Maybe Harper is a suspect.
I'm sorry I have not seen that before. What is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? What?
Okay. Oh, we forgot to ask him about his
What's
job.
a famous guy like you doing in a place like this?
You're missing some clues from the crime scene? Right.
Why doesn't he send an assistant? But that's
Let's speak with this guy and then have a look at the crime scene then.
What are you doing?
I'm feeling, I'm experiencing, I'm discovering. This area, the history, the atmosphere, it's the perfect setting for my next film.
This guy is just devoted. He's a content creator.
To know this swamp before I begin work on the latest masterpiece in a string of masterpieces.
You're making a movie about Boggy? About the swamp creature?
Of course. He's a fascinating individual, isn't he? So mysterious.
No idea. I haven't met him yet. Is that your cameraman over there?
Yes, that's right. Bobby Burl, my faithful
Bobby
right-hand
Burl?
man. Well, faithful enough, you know.
No, I don't know.
He's an expert cameraman. Really knows his trade, of course. But he gets a bit muddled when it comes to priorities.
Like how? You mean he's lazy? He doesn't look lazy. He looks a bit scary.
Oh no, nothing of the sort. He just has a little hobby that sometimes distracts him from his work.
What is his
but
hobby?
I wouldn't want anyone else shooting for me.
Were you working yesterday? Here in the swamp?
Maybe, wait, is he walking around in female clothing and like spraying himself with
hard work, is it? Getting
swamp
to
slime?
know the swamp?
You jest. But yesterday I was getting even more involved than usual. Yes, difficult to comprehend, I know.
So what kind of work were you doing?
Well, I was, unable to find my faithful cameraman last night. He had hidden himself quite completely from view.
Bobby Burl, right? Did you need him to film for you?
Always. But being a resourceful type
Why
of
wasn't
man,
he here
I
yesterday?
stepped up and took on the responsibility myself. I was filming in this exact area, in fact.
You were filming? Last night? Here?
Yes, at the time of the murder, I believe. But wait, I know what you're thinking. Now, don't forget, I'm not here to shoot some experimental documentary. I have no interest in late-night surveillance footage.
Did you see anything at all? What is it you were filming?
The water. I was filming the water. It's a fascinating subject, one that has me captivated to the point where
So, you didn't see anything useful? Got excited there for a minute.
Nothing useful to you, my good detective. But there are some odd sounds on the audio track.
Okay.
Nothing but wild animals going about their nighttime rituals, I'm sure.
Is there something I should
Okay,
ask
I'd
the
like to hear
cameraman?
this. Let's see. Burl's camera. Bobby Burl lied to me because Burl's camera was so useless. Came to the swamp in the first place. Was the murderer. Was nowhere to be found last night. Officer James.
Vincent Vanderpeer lied to me because Bobby Burl was nowhere to be found last night. I think that's pretty close.
Because Bobby Burl was so useless?
Vincent Vanderpeer lied to me because Bobby Burl was so useless. I don't get it. Vincent Vanderpeer lied to me because Bobby Burl came to the swamp in the first place. I don't get it. Maybe Bobby Burl needs to do a little explaining.
Wait. Vincent Vanderpeer told me that Bobby Burl was nowhere to be found last night.
Bobby Burl was nowhere to be found last night. Simple enough. What was Mr. Burl doing last night that meant he couldn't help out his boss?
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so Blast. Tap on the sound to hear it play. Creaking? Outcry? What were they doing back there in the cabin? God damn it, Bobby Burl! Did Bobby Burl and Remington have a secret affair? God damn it. Oh! Okay. God damn it, Bobby Burl, you pervert. Okay. Dang it, I come back to this. Bobby Burl and Remington. Okay, interesting. We have another motive. Maybe this was a jealous lover. Footage recorded last night at the exact same time of the murder. Filmed by Vincent van der Peer in the clearing on the west side of the swamp, near the crime scene. There's nothing to see, but various clues can be heard on the audio track. Listen to them in order. So this sounds like someone is getting spooked. Huh? Who was that? And then... And there he got stabbed. And something ripped. And there he... Okay. This is weird. Okay, we gotta speak with Bobby Burl. What the hell did he do with Remington last night?
I heard from Mr. Vanderpure over there that you were nowhere to be found last night.
Didn't I say I was at the cafe?
Yeah, you did. But your director needed you for some filming, and he couldn't find you. What were you doing that was so important?
Well, let's see. After I ate, I had a walk around the swamp. I didn't have my camera, so I was free to stretch my legs for once.
Where was your camera? Don't you carry it around with you all the time?
No, not all the time.
Okay. It was broken and being repaired at the point. You left it with Vanderpeer, and he used it instead.
You left it with Vanderpeer, and he used it instead that night.
That's right, he was looking after that camera. So I went for a late-night stroll. This place is beautiful in the evenings.
You just walked around? You didn't do anything?
That's suspicious.
Didn't see anyone?
Well, I can't say that. I have various ways to pass the time, you know.
Wait, did he have a fucking Yakuza tattoo on his chest? Is Bobby a Yakuza? You got lost in the swamp and you were trying to get out? Vanderpeer said you had a hobby on the side?
Vanderpeer said you had a hobby on the side.
Look at Bobby.
Said?
That's a Yakuza
well, yes,
tattoo.
He's right. I brought 2 cameras with me when I came here. I left my video camera, yes, but I have another one.
I think
it's
that's
much
just
smaller.
there. All right.
It only takes black and white photographs. You know the kind I mean?
A really old one?
Yes, I suppose so. I've always enjoyed traditional photography, and this place is a wonderful opportunity to take some pictures of a natural environment.
Oh, so he's doing photography?
You were having some time off to take black and white photographs? For fun?
Only one photograph. You have to be disciplined when you're not using a digital camera.
Can I see it?
Of course. I took it near the woods at the back of the swamp. It's quite an interesting shot, but the light qualities weren't perfect.
Here we are. Feel free to take a look.
Wait, what? This is a photo?
I haven't developed it yet. I only took it last night. Just brush the developing fluid over the photo to reveal the image.
Okay. Got a brushed photo.
What? Is that Boggy? The swamp creature just standing in the water?
It could be. Personally, I'm not convinced, but I'll let you decide for yourself.
A blurry photograph taken by Bobby Burl shortly before the murder. It shows something that looks like Boggy in the woods at the back of the swamp. The being of the photo seems to have long legs. So these are the hands that was placed in the... This makes me think even more that it's the protester. Because he then went to the museum to put these hands back for the costume. And then he got those flowers on his pants that was scattered around him.
Are we really talking about a swamp creature here?
Okay. Burl's black and white photo. The costume design I found in the trash can explains. Oh, in the trash can explains. What Burl's black and white photo is showing.
The costume design I found in the trash can explains what Burl's black and white photo is showing me. My detective's intuition is kicking in. That black and white photograph, I'm not sure I'm looking at the real Boggy here. And I think these
no, it was just me not reading it.
Might be
it's trash can,
I'll ask
not
around,
can
see if
explains.
anybody knows anything about this.
I thought so as well.
And I should start looking for the costume itself. If I can find that, there'll be some pretty impressive evidence.
Okay, chapter 2, A Deadly Disguise.
I have something for you.
Another gift already. Where are you keeping all this stuff? You don't even have pockets in that dress.
I don't need a pocket to carry a key.
What key?
Ooh.
I don't know.
Oh, is it to his
Try it
house?
on any door you like. Although, I recommend you try it on that office door.
Remington's office?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go check out the crime scene. Because there were things we had forgotten here. Oh, that's the curtain!
There's an open window above Remington's body. One of the curtains is ripped and hanging on the other. So, this is where...
Okay, this we saw. Was there... Oh, the footprints?
There are bizarre footprints with 3 toes leading up to the office door. And back down into those reeds by the water.
Okay. So someone tried to frame the murder?
What's this? There's a lockpick dropped amongst
Oh!
the reeds down here in the water. I just have to work out which vine to break and tap that button. That's the one, but I wonder where this lockpick came from.
Okay. A lockpick discarded near the entrance of Remington's office, covered in a strange liquid, most likely used by the murderer to break into Remington's office. Folder says this was his lockpick, but he lost it a while ago and had to buy a new one. Everything points towards that fucker, the protester.
Even though I have the key, this might not be as simple as I'd hoped. This door has 2 keyholes. So, which key should I use in each one?
I mean, you can try and use... How did that fit? What am I supposed to do? Is this not right? Okay, maybe it's the opposite way. No, it's gotta be. Okay, there we go. Oh, look at this.
Remington's desk is covered in drawings and maps and notes. It's all about Boggy. He was obsessed. An ink bottle spilled into his work. I'm sure he didn't do that on purpose. Yeesh, it's a bit of a mess. Perhaps there's something underneath those drawings.
Okay, maybe I guess he was startled. Maybe someone broke into his office, was gonna steal
it's a letter
shit.
Remington was writing. Before something. My dear fellow, I received your note 2 weeks ago, but I've only recently found the time to do the appropriate research on the matter. I feel like my time in this awful swamp might finally come to a close. All due to the simple realization, the rest is obscured.
Okay.
It's a note addressed to Richard Remington. The handwriting is immaculate. Richard, our man of the world. A little help is in order. We're worried that the efforts regarding our elusive little friend might be in vain. Send word when you can. The letter is signed FF. And attached
Freedom
is
Fighters.
a blurry little picture. It's some kind of metallic insect. The whole thing is a mystery. Vincent Vanderpeer's business card. There's a couple of numbers scribbled on the back.
Okay.
Vincent Van... It's a letter Remington before my... But there's a map of the swamp lying on the desk. It's been annotated in a few places. There's a... It's...
Okay, did that make me any smarter?
A hunting rifle, discarded carelessly near the window. This isn't the kind of thing I can ignore.
Okay, an old-fashioned hunting rifle found discarded on the floor in Remington's office. FF, little metallic insect? Yeah, the metallic insect was... What the hell was his name again? Forger? No, not Forger. He was a pointer.
Photos and paintings line the wall above the fireplace, but one of the frames is empty. Wait a second. What are these pieces on the floor underneath it? This photo is ripped, but it looks important. If I can piece it together again, maybe it'll reveal a secret.
Okay. Let's see if we can piece it together. We need... This is the face. And we need a blue coat. And we need this face. It's the upper right corner. Okay, these gentlemen are just out hunting.
This photograph, and it's a young Remington, and some other men I don't know. They're all holding rifles. Maybe I can ask Harper about it.
Okay, so... I guess this is Remington with a moustache. And the other guys, we have no idea. First Order of Cryptozoological Hunters. Headquarters, 1963. A group photo of a hunting club. A younger Remington stands among friends. They are all holding rifles. Was he in the This was from like 60 years ago, right? Was he in the party that came here for the first time?
The open window looks over the wooden planks outside. Oh, and on one side, a part of the curtain has been ripped off. The open...
Yeah, that we know.
These
Wait, what?
These animals... I don't recognize any of them. These No way. No way.
Is this a werewolf?
Is this... a werewolf? These animals... Hunting memorabilia. Claws, teeth... It would be an impressive collection if it wasn't so disturbing. I don't know. I'm gonna stop looking at it now. This is the creepiest office I've ever... Something happened here. There are signs of a struggle between the desk and the window.
Wait.
It's a sharp metal poker for a fireplace, hidden in the shadows. Something about those three prongs. I feel like I just stumbled across an incredibly important piece of evidence.
That looks like the killer weapon. Oh, and we got slime on it! A fireplace poker hidden in the Remington office. It has 3 small prongs on the end. There's a small amount of dried blood on the tip of the prongs, covered in a strange liquid slime. The 3 prongs match up with Remington's wounds. Could this be the murder weapon? It sure as hell can.
Have I uncovered a secret in here?
60 years ago is when the explorers found the swamp. Richard is around 40 at the time of death. So the photo must be 20 years old. Right. Okay. Let's see. Remington's desk. This proves that it's historically evident that... let's see, Sally's face, the hunting photo. The hunting rifle is a historical event that a broken mirror was a ghost. That all suspects murdered the victim was found at the crime scene. Shouldn't be the reason. Explains why. Belong to a secret society. Oh, the hunting photo is a historical event. Explains why.
The hunting photo is historical evidence that
So Richard was in a secret society.
To a secret society. I'm getting a strong feeling that Remington might be the bad guy in this story. If he wasn't already dead, I would have loved to ask him a couple of questions. I should ask around.
Interesting.
See if I can gather any information about his motives for being here.
Oh, the real Remingtons. Real reasons.
I need to pick my questions carefully.
Okay, I need to pick my questions carefully. The lockpick I found near Remington's body. Might belong to Agent Folder.
The lockpick I found near Remington's body might belong to Agent Folder. As far as I know, Agent Folder is experienced with lockpicks. I wonder if he's hiding something.
Okay. So we can challenge him now. Interesting. Let's see the grass
The strange
as well.
footprints stop right by these reeds. Maybe I should take a closer look. Maybe I can move some of them out of the way.
Oh, we found flippers!
Strange.
Oh. Crap, I clicked. Flippers from a homemade bogey costume. Found hidden amongst the reeds outside Remington's office. They have 3 toes each and match the footprints found in the same area. The design is incorrect. The real bogey had 2 toes in the front and 1 in the back. Right. Okay, this still shows that I should go in here, but I think we have done everything in here, right?
Remington's desk is covered in drawing. It's all about bogey. An ink bottle was spilled onto... Perhaps this...
Wait, this way already.
It's, the handwriting is a map. Richard, we're worried. Send the letters, and it's some... Oh... It's a letter There's some...
God damn it!
There's some...
Okay, let's exit. Maybe there's still more shit to find there, but... we need to... How the hell did I... There's the map. So we can go to... the museum. Let's ask this guy about the lockpick. Ooh, we get more... Okay, the bogey costume.
I found these designs for a bogey costume.
Oh, some ridiculous new merchandise for tourists to waste their money on.
No, I believe the murderer was dressed like this last night when they attacked Remington.
If they were trying to scare him out
Why
of the
does he
swamp,
say
they should have
that?
spent more
If
time
he's
making
trying
an
to
accurate design.
What do you mean?
Well, this design is some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character. It simply hasn't been researched properly.
What's wrong with it?
Well, those flippers? Pure guesswork. Nothing but foolish imagination. Nobody knows what Boggy's feet look like. No footprint has ever been recorded.
So tell me, Special Agent Folder, how would you do a better job researching it if nothing has ever been recorded?
Oh, well, that's, you know, I mean, it's all a matter of taking the
Wait,
time.
where the hell did we see the footprints again?
But there's no way anyone would believe.
Was it in the book? No, it was on the back page of that page that the witch in the treehouse had.
What can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
We didn't really have one, and now we definitely don't have one. But look, all I can say is that he was a coward who enjoyed watering down history for his own benefit.
What does that mean?
Watering down
means
history?
There are some chapters of this swamp's history that he never wanted anyone to know about.
Did he like you sniffing around this museum all the time?
I don't think he knew, to be honest. And even if he did, there's nothing he could have done about it. He has no right to this building. He knows that. We both know that.
Why not? It was part of his tourist attraction, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't.
Huh? Okay, let's challenge this guy.
I have a bone to pick with you.
Are you setting yourself up for a joke? Something about a lockpick?
Maybe. Who knows? Stop distracting me. I'm trying to interrogate you.
My apologies. Go ahead.
So, what are we showing Folder now?
Okay, present a clue. The lockpick.
Where did I find this again?
Present a map location. At the office.
Where did I find this again?
Okay, present location. Outside
I
office.
found a lockpick at the scene of the crime.
Oh, apparently you did. Why does this concern me?
You said Remington always carried a lockpick with him. You already admitted to owning a lockpick and using it to open locked doors. You were at the scene of the crime yesterday and might know who dropped it.
You already admitted to owning one of these, and how you're ever so happy to come and go as you please with it, am I right? Be honest.
Luckily for me, Detective, I was honest with you. I believe I have already explained that second lockpick before you even found it.
Yeah, he did. You let Remington borrow your lockpick before he died. You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
You lost your lockpick in the swamp and had to buy a new one.
That's right. I appreciate you finding it for me. However, I won't ask for it back. Apparently, it has since become some diabolical instrument in the art of murder.
Yeah, it's an important piece of evidence.
Okay. I mean, this doesn't tie him to anything, kinda. We can ask him about this
It's just
shit.
a piece of junk they sell to tourists. It has no resemblance to the real creature.
So... And this guy would have known how Boggy looks like. Wait, is it Bobby?
I've never seen that before.
Did he photograph
and I never
himself
want to see it again.
in that costume? In order to make it look like...
I have no interest in something like that. Obviously.
The camera guy, was his name Bobby? Did he photograph himself in that suit just to make it look like that shit was like...
You're wasting your precious time, Detective.
We're gonna... I'm not sure what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking something.
Actually, this is a classic example of a cryptid photograph.
What's a cryptid?
A creature unknown to science. Look at the slight blurring in this photo, the murky exposure. It's perfect.
It's perfect because it can't really be used as evidence?
Now you're catching on. I've never seen that before, and I never want to see it again. I have no interest in something like that. Obviously.
Okay.
You're wasting your precious time, Detective.
Curtain?
Something you found on the floor? Come back when I'm not so busy, alright?
Something you found?
I've never seen that before.
Oh, the fireplace
and I never want to
poker?
see it again. So, you found it. I wonder who else knows about it.
Okay.
Is that the missing page of the journal?
I think so.
It's an important artifact. It belongs in a museum.
Yeah, you're not wearing the right hat to be saying that.
But there you should see that his
This design is
feet.
some bizarre hybrid between the real creature and the cartoon character.
Yeah, let's
I
see.
have no interest in something like that. Obviously. Guesswork. Nobody can know what Boggy's feet look like. It's his greatest secret.
Yeah, let's ask about the others.
Only show me something if it's important. Let's make that a rule. This person is of no interest to me whatsoever. Oh, yes, I know him. He occasionally asks me about the history and biology of the swamp creature. I explained to him what the real Boggy looks like and how they changed his appearance for the cartoon character.
Why did he ask about that?
Because some people are naturally curious. You should give it a try sometime.
Wait. Was it Echo? I didn't really see who I clicked. I thought it was just gonna... So Echo? This makes even more sense.
If I cared about that person, I would know everything I need to know
Everything
already.
points towards Echo. I think it is Echo. Oh, and look at this. She had black leggings that was goo on. And in the photo, you also see that the creature had like black legs going down into the water. I'm happy to see you, Rocker. Welcome back to the year 2040. Well, thank you. I'm happy to be back. How are you doing, Superhero? I hope you're having a fantastic day today.
I don't think it's a window, but this...
Okay, so what do we do now?
Oh?
Okay, Boggy costume.
I found these designs for a costume. A Boggy costume.
Aha, the legendary swamp creature.
Yeah, that's the one.
Let's see what these guys have to
child's
say.
drawings, are they not?
You think?
Perhaps. It's difficult to tell.
You saw Remington last night, but had you met him before? Did you know him?
I've never really spoken with him, but we've come into contact a few times. Vincent likes to handle that kind of work, and I like to let him.
What do you think of this place? The tourist attraction, I mean.
I can't say I like the idea of a natural area like this becoming commercialized.
I know. I just can't understand why anyone would even try.
I think Mr. Remington had his reasons. He looked like a man with a couple of secrets.
Like what?
I have no idea. If I knew, they wouldn't be secrets.
Okay. Okay, let's see if these guys know more about the Boggy costume and everything.
Boggy costume?
Nothing whatsoever.
You're sure you didn't see anything like this while you were filming yesterday? Wait, hold on a minute. What if
Don't you dare ask.
This costume isn't your doing, is it? Made for your movie, I mean?
My friend,
Oh,
there
is
will
it a
be
prop?
no costumed idiots within the viewfinder of my camera. I can assure you that.
What about your Boggy movie? Isn't that gonna be, like, a guy in a costume, or a puppet, or one of those weird robot things?
Technology has been kind to people like me. We no longer have any need for such tomfoolery.
Oh, is he using CGI?
I can create a perfectly believable swamp creature within the confines of a computer. Much cheaper, too.
That makes sense.
I suppose you've met with our murder victim, Richard Remington.
Yes, I've been in and out of this place for a while now. Naturally, I've crossed paths with Remington a number of times. Good value, that one. A real raconteur, you know.
You liked him? So far, I'm getting the impression he wasn't the most popular guy around here.
Well, that much is clear, isn't it? The man obviously slipped up somewhere, made an enemy or two, and bam, that's that. You just can't be too careful, can you?
Yeah, I think he did have an enemy or two. Or three. But you liked him.
I respected him. Good head on his shoulders. Good business sense, that man. He understood how to make
Good
things work.
business sense? Is that a clue? Okay, oh my god, we can present a lot of clues here.
You won't be getting very far discussing that with me. Try someone less important. If you want an autograph, a plain sheet of paper will suffice, thank you. I don't
Boggy
really
hat?
have time to be... You won't be getting very... If you want an autograph... I don't really have time to...
Swamp juice was the same
you won't
answer.
be getting very... He's a talented man, that Burl. Sometimes I wonder if he'd be better off pursuing his photography full-time, you know?
Okay. How the hell did he
I don't know
get a
if
photo
it's
of
any use to
him?
you at all. I'll film again tonight and try to get a version without all those bizarre noises in the
My mom bought 2 tickets to the WWE this Friday to live WWE SmackDowns. Thanks to my mom, man, that's nice. I hope you have a great time there.
If you want an autograph, I don't really have time. You won't be getting... If you want an autograph...
Okay, let's just go through all the clues.
You won't be getting... If you want an autograph... I don't really
costume designs.
You won't be getting... If you want an autograph...
You want an
I
autograph?
don't really have... You won't be getting very...
Okay. So we got some extra information from him. Let's ask this guy about... Ooh, actually we forgot to ask him about all the people as well.
I simply don't have time to help you with this.
I'm happy to see you on. Yeah, I'm happy to be on again.
You want me to
It
sign
was
a photograph for you?
It was a rough week when I was sick, but we're all good now, so
this doesn't look like
we're
it's
gonna
worth
get
my
back
time.
to streaming again.
Were you working?
Oops. Okay, Bobby Burl.
He's been working with me for a number of years. A real expert.
Like, couldn't you
of
feeling
course.
okay? Yeah, it was just the flu. It's...
I simply
I
don't
usually
have time
don't
to
get
help
sick
you
that
with this.
often, but every other year I get the flu as well.
You want me to sign a photograph for you? Ah, yes. The reason we're all here, of course.
Not me.
Isn't he your prime suspect?
Well, officially, yeah, but I mean...
What an amazing creature! No one has seen him for 60 years and he still manages to get accused of murder. Incredible! Now there's a man who could handle himself.
I'm not so sure.
Well, apart from yesterday, that was just a one-off, wasn't it?
A one-off.
For him, I think
One-off,
so,
it's
yes.
enough. Okay. Now we have asked everyone. Let's ask this guy as well. Good, at least you didn't turn into a zombie? No, I hate when that happens.
Yes, that's my photograph, taken near the woods at the north end of Boggy's Bog. Have you tried looking there? Vincent's
film
work, I
footage.
see. I'm glad he knows how to use the camera at least.
What do you think all those noises are?
Well, judging by the time this was recorded, I'd be able to make a pretty good guess.
Okay, hunting rifle?
That's great. I'm
Lockpick?
sorry, I have not seen that before.
Ah, he's just saying
What
that.
is it? Some evidence from last night's murder? That's great.
That's what I call the zombie flu.
I'm sorry, I have not seen that before.
Yeah, no, a lot of people seems to have been
What is it?
gotten sick
Some
now.
evidence from last night's
Like
murder?
everyone I know is like have gotten the flu now, so it is a common flu, it seems like.
You should ask someone else.
Okay, let's
Try
see.
showing it
Echo?
to somebody different.
Man,
I
Echo
really
is
don't have an opinion. My apologies.
He's my prime suspect.
The famous director and my friend.
A prolific cameraman with exceptional skills at carrying heavy equipment.
You should ask someone else.
What should
Try
we...
showing it to somebody different.
Okay, we can go back to the...
Really. You should ask someone else.
Okay, we've asked him everything now. Let's look at the map and go to... Was it the tree house? Okay, I'm back again. What did I miss? We found the murder weapon. The pokey poke. The fireplace poker. And now we got to chapter 3, so we're starting to ask around for the boggy costume and things like that. So that's basically where we're at.
I found these designs for a boggy costume.
So I've
Do you know anything
spoken
about
with
them?
like 3
You're
people
asking
now, I
me
think.
because you can
She's the
tell I'm
4th.
experienced with needlecraft and sew my own clothes?
No.
Ooh,
but
that is
that's
true.
a good reason. Let's go with that.
Well, these designs look like they should have stayed where they were.
In the trash?
On paper.
Yeah, she makes fancier,
how
fancier clothes than
Whoever
that.
drew them didn't really know what they were doing.
You would have done it differently?
Of course. I am a seamstress. There was a time when I considered sewing my craft. My life.
He's a seamstress?
Really?
When Richard Remington arrived in the swamp years ago, I offered him some of my handmade fabric as a peace offering. I don't think he cared much for it. Most likely he threw it away. A pointless gift from some strange woman.
Was it the curtains, maybe?
You've been here so long.
I gotta
you
ask her
must have
about
crossed
some
paths with Remington
items.
A few times. What did you think of him?
That man was a threat to the swamp. We'll be better off without him. Hopefully the curtain will fall on his little tourist attraction as well.
Better off? With a killer on the loose now?
There have been murderers loose in the swamp before.
What are you talking about?
In my time here, I've seen the swamp invaded by men. By hunters. Several times. They're relentless.
Oh yeah, the secret society he was...
Wait,
He was
what
in...
about Boggy? Is that why no one has seen him in 60 years?
They always fell short of their ultimate goal. That just meant they came back again and again, doing more harm each time.
Okay, so the hunters came there trying to hunt Boggy?
It is now, but some men have no respect for laws, of any kind. They tried to get me to leave my home here. I stood my ground.
Obviously. But this whole area is a tourist attraction now. I doubt Remington would have allowed anyone to march into Boggy's bog with a gun and start hunting down his main attraction.
Maybe... Did Remington build this attraction only to have a reason to be here with his guns? So he could hunt the bog creature? Was he that fucked up? That the reason why he built this entire attraction was only to be here to be able to hunt Boggy. You got it? Oh man. That is cool.
No, thank you.
Well, like, not cool, but like, I'm happy I figured that shit out.
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
Okay. So we have liquid on the... Let's
you
ask
can put
about
that
this.
Away. I can't help you with it.
Let's see if she can help us with all of these clues.
No, thank you.
I guess she will just help with the liquid stuff, but
If you
I'm
bring me
checking
something
everything
with
either way.
liquid on it, I might be able to help you. You can put that away.
I thought those
can't
curtains
help you
might
with
have been
it.
from her. Okay, let's check the lockpick.
Let's see. First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron. Then tap the faucet.
Okay, I guess this is gonna be the
Now,
same.
we just have to match the color of that.
So it's blueberry flowers.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my note. Was that this was the exact same liquid.
Juice grinding? Oh yes. And
Let's
I guess
see.
it's gonna be
First, then,
the same here as well.
and now,
So flowers and blueberries.
got it! Now I know what that. I'll write it down in my. What's going on here? That was definitely the same as the other tests.
Okay. So this... Let's see, let's ask her about
recognize
this.
some of those men. Unfortunately, they've hunted in the swamp before.
Before it became a protected area?
Before that, yes, and one of them after that.
So that's Remington, of course.
He drew me into his journal. I was 20 years old. That's the end of the story.
I bet it's not. Does this explorer have a name?
Yes.
Are you going to tell me?
No. No, thank you.
Okay. These black leggings.
If you bring me something with liquid on it, I might be able to help you.
Let's see. First, then
So I'm guessing blueberry flower. Huh! Who would have known?
Got it. Now I know what that liquid consists of. I'll write it down in my notes. The swamp slime. It's all the same. It's the exact same liquid again. There's something about that green slime.
Okay. The fireplace poker found at the crime scene and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime.
The fireplace poker found at the crime scene and the black leggings are covered in the same swamp slime. Sally's leggings. They link her with the crime scene. I'll have to ask her about it.
Okay, let's ask her about
You
the
can
flippers.
put that away.
And all the people as well.
Show it to someone who doesn't live in a tree.
Okay, nothing on her.
I'm
Echo.
not even sure who that is.
My prime suspect is
You should
Echo
ask
still.
someone else.
Since he was a hunter as well, a secret society of hunters, and Echo was the animal rights activist, it would make even more sense that he has a pure motive to kill him.
Hey.
Okay, boggy
I
costume.
have a theory that the murderer was wearing a costume. A homemade outfit designed to look like the swamp creature.
I've never seen anything so ridiculous. You'd never see me in that.
I know it's not exactly the latest fashion, but...
No, you'd never see me in that. It would cover me up entirely.
That's the point of a disguise?
Look, detective. When you have legs like mine, you don't want to be wearing disguises.
Is that why you always wear those black leggings?
You've only just met me and you're making assumptions about what I always wear.
And making assumptions is the fun part of being a detective.
Well, you're right. I always wear these.
Okay, she always wears
so what
these.
Can you tell me about your relationship with Richard Remington?
I didn't have one. I think I spoke to him twice, ever. He usually seemed really busy, but more like preoccupied.
Preoccupied? Like he was thinking about something else? Something that wasn't this tourist attraction?
Who can say? What do old men think about?
What?
What do old men think about?
Are you implying that I know the answer to that?
Okay, let's challenge her.
The black leggings you found in your bag this morning, they're covered in the same slime that was on the murder weapon.
Everything in this swamp is covered in slime. What's your angle, Grimoire?
The exact slime hasn't been found anywhere else. Her black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Your black leggings were part of the murderer's costume.
Costume? Is that why someone took them out of my bag last night?
Well, you know, I don't have proof someone else took them.
If I had been wearing them when I committed a crime, do you think I would hand them over to a detective?
Wait, she had very long legs.
Besides, look at them. What do you notice?
They're far too long for you to wear. Or too fat to wear those. They're loose and stretched.
They're loose and stretched.
That's right, someone else. Someone larger than me has worn these. They're stretched out, especially at the waist. It's pretty obvious.
So, let's see. Somebody stole them to use in their boggy costume, and then put them back in your bag when they were done?
If you say so. It's not my job to know all the details. It's my job to sell souvenirs. Do you want a souvenir?
Oh, my, yes, but only if you choose one for me.
You look like you could use something to wind up. You can take this one.
Okay. Tap and hold the toy to wind it up. Okay. Nice. Thank you. A small plastic toy sold at a gift shop has the cartoony appearance of Boggy. Boggy's feet are hidden in a bucket of water. Okay. Why do we get that?
I always thought it was weird that his feet are in that little bucket all the time.
It's just part of the character, I guess. I'm surprised they don't sell some sort of boggy foot soaker.
And that would be the one product I'd consider buying. Where are you keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
Yeah, let's ask her about all the stuff that we have.
You can put it away now.
It's just a fun, useless clue.
I didn't expect this.
I don't even see how it's a clue.
This was taken near the forest at the back of the swamp, correct?
Yes, I think so.
Mm-hmm. The water is really clear back there. The legs of this thing are reflected in the bottom half of the photo. It's a nice shot, actually.
A reflection? Oh, yeah, of course. A reflection in the water.
Okay,
I
hunting
have no
rifle.
idea what that is. Where are you keeping all this
It's
stuff?
really strange,
In your
though,
pockets?
that they got a
Is that one of your
photograph of it.
clues? It's nice.
Of the murderer.
Right now.
Why would he want to be
I
photographed?
have no idea what that is.
Unless they photographed him by
Where are you
like,
keeping all this stuff? In your pockets?
if it was an accident that they stumbled across it
Is that one of your
upon
clues?
each other when they were
That's
out
nice.
in the evening.
You can put it away now.
Okay. No suspect. So what are we thinking now? Could we speak with a protester?
What can you tell me about these designs for a costume? A boggy
It's
costume.
Boggy! I must admit, I've been a fan of his before I ever came to the swamp.
A fan? So you're interested in cryptozoology?
Oh, no, I meant, well, Boggy has been in all kinds of cartoons and comic strips. He's one of the greatest characters of the last 100 years. I've got some comics in my tent. You really should see.
But he was only discovered 60 years ago.
Oh, that's true. Well, I rounded up.
But what about his costume? Have you seen anyone wearing it?
I can honestly say I've never seen anyone wearing anything like that. And I'm a very observant person.
Okay.
So what did Mr. Remington think of you? I mean, protesting in the middle of a swamp every day.
It wasn't his swamp. If he ever truly thought it was, and he was even more of a
There's some
fool
missable
than he
optional
seemed.
encounters
But
that
he didn't like you hanging
happen with a
around,
little
right?
girl if you revisit
That
some
man
areas.
was
Right.
exceptionally skilled at ignoring me. Ignoring anything he didn't like.
So, what, he just left you alone?
He expected me to get bored and go home. He figured I'd get sick of this place and he'd have it back to himself.
But he didn't want it to himself, did he? He wanted lots of people to come visit all the time, surely.
I'm sure it says that in the brochure. Yes.
Okay, let's present some clues.
I'm afraid I have no idea.
The black
Show
and
it
white
to
photo.
somebody else. No thanks, my friend.
So they said he had to be larger, and this guy is pretty large. I mean,
I'm afraid
everything
I have
points
no
towards this
idea.
guy, and he has the motives and everything.
Show it to somebody else.
And he went to get the lockpick. He probably stole the lockpick from
Why
the...
are you carrying that around with you?
I have a suspicion it may have been the murder weapon.
Really? I thought Remington was attacked by something with claws, wasn't he?
How did he know that?
What?
You're not a bad detective.
Well, I found the photo in Remington's office. It was ripped up, though. I think he was some kind
He
of...
was a lot of things. Don't lose that picture. And show it to Mr. Harper before you leave.
Okay, that was...
No thanks, my friend.
That was strange. Okay. We have 6 clues on the protester. We have 8 on everyone, except for a few. It's strange that we have 7 only on the lady. Okay, let's go to the cafe again then. And speak with Mr. Harper.
Someone made a costume to look like the creature. They must have known it would get a reaction for sure.
But I wonder if they plan things to go this far.
When you're finished theorizing, I was going to show you these sketches I found in the trash can right next to your cafe.
It does seem like someone was designing a costume. A disguise, perhaps?
I don't know.
Try to think why somebody would do such a thing.
I don't know.
What could they achieve with it?
I don't know.
Not yet.
He knows
you
maybe
knew
too
Remington?
much. What
He
the
and I
hell?
knew each other for a long time. I came to work at his tourist attraction in the early days, when he needed help.
Well, what kept you here?
I know most people wouldn't want to work in a place like this. I actually like it here, so I was happy to oblige.
You might like it, but I still don't see why anyone would build a tourist attraction here.
Mr. Remington has his reasons. He probably
reasons
had
was
several.
to hunt.
I don't presume to know what they all were. Even though we were friends, he had some secrets, some hobbies, that I was happy to let him keep secret.
Secrets? Hobbies? A secret hobby?
He was a man with a dream, I can tell you that much.
Okay. So,
I can't help you with that one.
can't
Sorry.
help me with a bogey hat? With a bogey wind-up
Why
toy
don't you
then?
show that to someone else? I don't know everything, I'm afraid. I can't help you with that one.
I mean, this
Sorry.
guy is bigger as well. He has bigger legs.
That's Mr. Remington's old hunting rifle. He usually keeps it around. For whatever reason. He was very fond of that thing. Looks like it was fired recently.
Okay.
That's the same fabric from Mr. Remington's curtains. Why don't you show that to someone else? It's Mr. Remington's fireplace poker. This slime on the handle. It's familiar for some reason. One of Mr.
It doesn't
Remington's
feel like it's
secrets.
this chef.
I never wanted to know the details, but these men travel the world, seeking mysterious animals to hunt. They consider myths and legends to be the ultimate prey.
Okay. So they were treasure
You
hunters,
don't know
basically.
everything, I'm
Or
afraid.
trophy hunters, rather.
I can't help you with that one. Sorry. Why don't you show that to someone else?
Okay. So... Challenge... Challenge complete. Is there anyone we have not spoken to? Did we speak to the witch? The entrance?
It's an old statue of Boggy. It's an opportunity. The two characters are I still don't forget to use walk mode to.
Outside office? We need... Okay, let's see. We spoke with Sally.
It's a humble.
What?
We showed her everything. We didn't speak
Yeah,
about
I have a
Echo.
pretty good view of him from here. Anyone
Oh.
supporting animal rights is okay in my book. His protest used to have a bit more energy, though. He spends more time inside his tent these days.
What's he doing in there?
I'm happy
Does he have
to
a
say,
tent?
I don't know.
There might be something I can. Ask
Okay.
Echo
Oh, this
about.
is good. Okay, there might be something I can ask Echo about. Echo's poncho has recent. Echo has never spoken to. Spends more time holding. Spends less time holding. And he plans to eat it. Okay, Echo. spends more time holding... Spends less time holding protest signs and more time in his tent.
Echo spends less time holding the protest sign and more time in his tent. I wonder if Echo can tell me what he's been doing that's more important than his protest.
Once you finish Echo's suspicion, you'll reach the point of no return. Nice. My plan was not that I was gonna finish this game today, but my plan changed, and I think I'm trying to finish this game today. Because I'm guessing there's not that much left now.
I heard you've been spending less time protesting recently and more time, in your tent. Normally I wouldn't pry, but it's my job to ask...
Untouched people have even noticed something like that. I usually get the impression everyone else is doing their best to ignore me.
So, you admit it's true?
You can put your...
Yeah, you gotta finish it.
Away.
It's only 3 hours long, you're close.
Reason for it?
That's good.
Nothing worth writing down, at least.
Well, if it's not worth writing down, maybe it's worth hearing.
Story.
In that case, you'd forget it.
How do you know? Maybe it would echo in my mind.
Look, if you take a guess and get it right, I promise not to deny it.
Let's work out why Echo was hidden away in his tent.
Okay.
Notebook time.
I have a silly nickname. Because of the weather? Nah. Tax? Nah. Because he's a clown?
You've been hiding in your tent because the swamp is haunted!
Why not?
Wait, what? Was that right?
I think it's time I went to talk to Officer James.
Beginning of the end. Okay. Officer James? We have figured it out.
Ah, you finally returned. Well, did you find the swamp creature? Where is he?
I didn't find him.
I didn't find him.
What? You're not getting paid to wander about aimlessly, Grimoire. Get back out there.
This case can't be solved? I don't need to?
I don't need to.
Okay, the final chapter, bogus criminal record. Holy crap, here we are.
I thought he was our prime suspect.
Not anymore.
Didn't you find photographic evidence of Buggy from last night? Let me see that photo.
Okay, present the clue.
If that's not Buggy, what is it?
Costume
I found
design.
designs for the costume in a trash can. Not only that, I collected all the pieces of the costume myself. Well, nearly all of them. There's still the one that...
But the footprints at the scene of the crime! How can you prove these don't belong to a real creature?
Because the real creature actually has footprints.
What's this? I thought there were no records of a footprint anywhere.
No public records. The footprints at the crime scene don't match the ones on this page. They were just a product of these slippers. A part of the costume.
We're solving the crime.
But Grimoire, this costume, it doesn't have claws of any kind. How do you explain the 3 wounds on the victim's chest?
There's still one thing I don't know, and that is why there's the slime everywhere.
The prongs match up with the wounds perfectly. The handle's even covered in slime, see?
Ah, but this swamp slime was one of the reasons Buggy became a suspect in the first place. Surely this only incriminates the creature further.
You'd think so, wouldn't you? But that slime, it's not exactly what you think.
It's the soda.
This stuff has an uncanny resemblance to the so-called swamp slime. A bunch of it was stolen from the storeroom of the cafe, which reminds me.
What is that exactly?
A poisoned hot dog. It's the second
Hot
reason
dog.
that the murderer broke into the storeroom. He put this green powder on the entire supply, just to make sure.
To make sure of what?
To make sure no one would eat at the cafe ever again. To make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office.
To make sure Remington got ill and had to return to his office.
Remington went back to his office? Alone?
Final check. The murderer.
I've been looking through your evidence, Grimoire. One piece in particular seems critical to me. I think we need to work
The
out.
video footage? Vincent Vanderpeer filmed it last night, at the exact moment of the murder, I believe.
Well, exactly. I think we can both agree these sounds in the background. They're essential in our mystery. Could you talk me through them?
Okay.
Just rearrange the descriptions on the left to match the sounds on the right. Drag them around and keep swapping until you're happy with the order. And if you want to hear the sounds again, you can tap on them.
No problem. I can always check my case file if I want to go over my notes.
Okay, so. Chat, now we need to rearrange this. So, creaking. Someone opened the door, I guess. Remington rips. Okay, culprit opens Remington's office door. Remington cries out of shock and falls backwards. Remington cries out of shock as Boggy appeared. Yeah. Okay, so the next one, blast. Remington fires his hunting rifle at the culprit. Remington... The culprit grabs the metal... the clang and stabs Remington. Outcry. Remington cries in shock and falls backwards. Remington rips some curtains. And the culprit...
I think that's
Okay, we have it there. Nice.
Ah, excellent. There's just two small details bothering me. First of all, if Remington ripped off a piece of his curtains, why wasn't it found at the crime scene? What happened to it?
Okay, it was in the costume.
Turns out the murderer took that piece of fabric and concealed it inside the head of the costume.
Why did
Then
they do
he filled
that?
the crime scene to hide all the parts in different areas of the swamp.
Ah, well, that's my problem. If Remington fired his rifle, how did the assailants survive and manage to escape? Did Remington miss his target?
At point blank? A man of his experience? I don't think so. In fact, the answer to that question is the very last link in our chain. The one thing that has eluded me so far. I'll drag the clue items from the left onto my drawing here, and we'll see what happens when we compare the pieces I collected with the original design I found.
Okay, so... the flippers. The head. The pants. But this has gotta mean...
You never found the body piece.
Yeah, the torso. Is it still on Echo? Is that why he's chunky? He said that like, oh, I got a lot of layers under this. So he still has the disguise on.
You're right, and I never would have found it. Not lying around. Not like the others.
But what does this have to do with the murderer surviving the rifle shot?
This torso is probably made up of some thick material. Something covering the culprit's entire upper body. I believe it may have even been enough to
soften the impact from a bullet. Aha!
Exactly.
Well, let's put your theory to the test. Where is that last piece of the costume?
It's on
How?
Echo.
We looked everywhere. Not a single clue.
Simple. He's still wearing it.
I knew it was Echo.
I don't know what you want with me. Sounds like you two were smart enough to uncover the real criminal in this swamp, and lucky enough to have somebody else deal with him for you. You worked it out. He had his rifle on him. He got half a glance at me and pulled the trigger without hesitation.
But why would he do that? You were dressed as Buggy. He shouldn't be pointing his gun at a unique scientific specimen, not to mention his main attraction.
You're right. It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense, does it? Not unless you're in on the secret.
The hunting photo? Leads me to believe. Was Boggy in disguise? Bobby Burl, the fireplace book, Sally Spears, Richard, my lost hat.
Our police file leads me to believe Echo was Boggy in disguise. What is that?
God damn it! Not unless you're in on the secret. The hunting photo... leads me to believe Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy.
The hunting photo leads me to believe Richard Remington was here to hunt Boggy.
Ah.
A secret society, an order of hunters, seeking out mysterious and elusive creatures.
The order goes further.
Oh, that's why there were so many weird trophies.
And much further than this one swamp.
The whole thing is kind of distressing. I knew something was wrong as soon as I stepped into that office.
I'm glad you've finally come around. It's not just
But what about Remington? He was a member of this order?
He made Boggy his own personal project, his own obsession. For years he hunted the creature, the potential perfect addition to his collection.
But he owned the tourist attraction. He set it up himself, didn't he?
He did. It was just his way of forming a legal loophole. Since the area became protected,
oh yeah,
he
so
and
this
his
is...
friends were unable to come here for hunting anymore. Boggy's Bog was just a front for his own little game. A man pursuing a creature.
A creature that might not even exist.
And that's why Remington kept a rifle nearby at all times?
Well, exactly.
This we figured out.
I didn't want to take any chances.
I'm actually pretty proud that we figured that out.
I did
that was
this
good.
place a service. Did Boggy a service. That creature, he can live in peace again.
Can he? You tried to frame him for murder. You wanted everyone to think he was some kind of ruthless predator?
Well, think about it. Once he became suspected of murder, they'd have no choice but to shut this whole place down. Everyone would finally realize they had no business here.
But he's not a killer?
But he's not a killer. You're the one who... You're...
Detective.
You. It's
finished. Oh, don't be angry. You should be glad. It's finally time to leave the swamp. You have another job to do.
I don't know.
Not that it makes any difference to somebody like you, but I never intended to kill him. Just to scare him. Convince him Boggy wasn't going to let him live here in peace any longer. But, true to form, he had his rifle on him. You worked out the rest yourself.
Wait, what? It doesn't make any difference? It makes a difference?
You're right. It doesn't make any difference.
Well, Mr. Everstone, I'm afraid you'll still have to come with us. Fortunately, there's a police station just a few miles down.
Hey, wait!
Oh, he's running away? sorry, he was real after all. He was living in the fucking amusement park all the time.
Aha!
Ah, he's that.
Looks like you solved more than one mystery tonight.
That was so good. What an awesome ending. Okay, sorry, it's super loud. Why can't they have a volume control for... Oh, thank God. Holy fuck, that is loud.
What did they decide to do?
We had Mr. Everstone questioned. He was happy to tell us everything he knew. A number of rumors going around the department have been confirmed.
And Remington's office?
Searched down to the last detail. And well, we agree with you. But I know what you're thinking. I'd love to put an end to it, just the same as you. But there's always...
Are we going after them?
We'd better be.
Was this... They probably wanted to make more games when you were gonna find all the hunters or something. But instead they made Tangle Tower. Well, man, this was great. This was so much fun. I really enjoy playing these point-and-click games. I think it's actually... It was nice and relaxing. I had a really good time. And I hope you guys had a really good time as well. You know it was real from Tangle Tower too? Right, yeah. Tangle Tower does continue the plot a bit. Yeah, I guess it kinda does. Yeah. Like, it's telling a different plot about that game and that murder over there, but they still give you some insight in the Remingtons as well. But I think if you had played this before, some things in Tangle Tower would have made more sense than the first playthrough. Like, just, or basically all the lore that you got to read about the Remingtons. Because a lot of it was about the pointers and... What was the others? Fowlers? I think. But no, this was super fun. This was great. I hope they make more games. And I think they did something with the Mermaid's Mask. Yeah. At least now you know the lore before the Mermaid's Mask. Have they released that one? Or is that still like in the making? Some people are already seeing some connections in the demo. Oh, so it's just a demo yet? They haven't released the game yet? Oh, we gotta play that when it comes out. That's gonna be super fun. I'm looking forward to it. These games are really good. I really enjoy them. And it is pretty nice to play a game that is like... I think it's quality gameplay. Some games, they give you like 60 hours of gameplay. But it's like out of those 60 hours, maybe 10 of them are good. And 50 of them are like a segue to the good parts of the game. But this game is fun, like, from start to finish. Everything you do in the game, like, there's no dead content that you just have to grind through to make the game longer. It's actually, like, really fun and engaging all the time. Glad you enjoyed it? I really did. It was a really good game. So thank you so much for the recommendations. I really appreciate it. I gotta make dinner now because it's almost 8 o'clock here. And I will be back again tomorrow. To be honest, I haven't really figured out what to play. I think I might start playing some Nine Souls to see what that game is all about. So we'll see. Most likely that is what I will play tomorrow. But I haven't really made a schedule for this week because since I was sick and everything, I haven't really done anything or planned anything. But so I'm thinking I might try out Nine Souls tomorrow. We'll see. But either way, I gotta go now. Everyone, thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate it. All I know about Night Souls is a great soundtrack. I haven't seen anything about it, to be honest. WStream, thank you. I will be back again tomorrow. I'll see you then. Bye!